episode 35?
6.
36 of Erudis World of Wonder. You guys ready to get into this?
I mean,
Or are we
yeah.
still
Question mark?
eating breakfast
Yeah.
burritos and stuff?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm eating, but like, go ahead.
Alright. Let us get some music.
Thanks for the resub, Steven.
You done eating?
Good morning, Denny.
Alrighty, so... Why can I not... None of my music's playing, isn't it?
Nope,
I
no
don't
music.
hear anything.
Okay.
I can't do that.
Reboot the,
No ominous music today.
Alright, let's reboot this. It's rebooted. Alright.
I hate how like coffee gets sour after you reheat it, like in the microwave.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's what we have though, so.
Alright, so... The last we left our adventurers, the Lost Legion, they proceeded to travel northward from their previous adventures and their previous endeavors. After having begun building a homestead and acquiring some magical item building, they traveled to the city of Squirrelhole, where they've been here for one day, and in entering the city, half the party went one way to go deal with some internal things with each other, while the other party went around to explore the city and shops and other things. Maps were acquired, as well as maybe an item or two. And then the king called for a speech about the efforts of the South and defeating the undead army that had clawed its way from the Underdark, or wherever they were hauled from. Right after his speech, 5 assassins came out and performed an assassination attempt. And in doing so, the party, or at least half of them, were directly in front. After a large battle and some wounds were acquired, 3 of them managed to escape. Or no, 2 of them managed to escape. 1 was captured, and 2 lay dead. Alavar, having chased 1 to the sewer grates, the other one escaping through another sewer grate inside of a building. The other 4 of the party interrogated the one that was captured, after basically throwing him off of a roof, but I digress. As the guards come in closer, surrounding the plaza, this is where we leave our party. Separated and back to Alavar, wondering whether he'll follow into the sewers or not. So, what would you like to do?
So before we begin, what was that history check I rolled? 'Cause I do not remember.
That was if you could remember anything about your father and all of this.
Okay. Should I follow? Do I have sending prepared? Nope, I'm fucked. Alright. Well, there's only one way to do this, guys.
YOLO!
1 through 10. I go in. Oh, I'm going in.
Hey guys, is this unfamiliar? Somebody wandering into an unfamiliar dungeon?
Okay,
Oh, I do not be. No.
let's not bring that up again.
Relax, John.
I know, it's the past.
All right, so Alavar, you follow.
I guess so.
All right. Look at the sewage grate. You look around to see if any of your fellow compatriots have followed, and you start heading in. You climb like half the rungs of the ladder before the smell really starts to hit you. It smells like rotten vegetables and like a very putrescent odor, just that has stagnated and lingered. Um, as it probably hasn't rained around here or snowed for quite some time. You get to the bottom, you're in about 6 inches of stagnant water, and it's pitch black. Your dark vision allows you to see probably 60 feet in one direction, and it's goes black. The other direction you see about 30 feet, and then it splits off into a left and right.
Fuck. Hmm. Okay, I'm gonna go up to where it splits left and right, and I'm gonna see if I can see any like markings or signs that might be there.
All right. So you go up to there, roll an investigation check. All right. Looking around, you see a bloody handprint on the one wall, and it seems to be like if you're to put your hand up, turn it to the left. That's what it looks like.
Okay. I would don't like leaving the party. Alvar would continue down that hallway where he saw the bloody handprint.
All right. So you're going left.
Yep.
So you travel, and you travel. It's probably a good 90 to 100 feet before you get to your next intersection. It goes straight and it goes right.
Is there another bloody handprint or?
Roll an investigation check. Trail goes cold here. You're looking around, you're trying to look on the walls, but the water here is about a foot now, as there's a blockage that you can see down the path in one direction. But there's nothing visible.
Well, I'll make note of that, but Alvar doesn't want to get lost in the sewer where everyone else is up top, so since he's lost the track, he's gonna head back out and try to regroup.
Okay. Roll a survival check for me. Okay, yeah, you get out fine. You would have literally had to roll like a 1 to fail.
We have to come find your ass in the sewer.
Alright.
10 moves later.
So Alavar has gone into the sewer while you guys were interrogating this person. Essentially, the way the timeline lines up.
I forgot all the questions we asked, to be honest. I know that it was we asked him like what he was part of, and it wasn't the Snow Guild, he was part of like the Assassin's Guild, which I don't know the name of. Um,
Do you guys have notes?
Oh no, Anthony, you know better than that.
You guys remember the?
I guess we
It's not
don't.
necessarily a guild. It's a group called the Black Skull.
yeah. Okay.
There were a few other things that you guys
Can't hear
had
me. What the fuck?
like asked him about, like who paid him, like
Tell me. Oh fuck. That was the wrong one. It was right below.
That was a nat 22.
That's
Wait,
why
you
I'm like, tell me. That's still pretty good.
well, no, it was literally 5 minutes ago. You would remember,
Okay.
but I mean, good job on wasting the nat 20, but
Yeah. I did
Get
need a
it-
quick insight.
And then didn't
Get
we
it
find
out
out
of
that
your
the
system
rallying
now.
point was like some tavern that was down the street?
it was actually halfway across the city.
Okay, what was the name of it?
That was the. Get my notes out.
Did you end up giving us a map for the city?
I thought I did, but if you don't have one, I can get it to you.
Yeah, 'cause I don't have it. I have all my any pictures you send us. I have them all saved, and I don't
Alright.
have.
Sent it over Discord.
There we go.
Let's see.
Okay, now I have it. Yeah.
It was the Rusty Tankard.
And then what was the assassin's name?
No, he didn't give you his name.
I was gonna say I don't think we asked him for his name either.
Okay, I'm asking for his name.
Roll like I don't know, insight check.
Is he lying to me or?
Well, it's you.
He
Oh,
looked
you still
like-
heard that?
Yes.
I muted my mic.
Did we ask him like why they assassinated the king, or how, or like who
Yeah.
hired them?
We did ask him that. He didn't. He said
He said money.
didn't know who hired them. But they were hired.
He said the reason why was money. So
Yeah.
what was his name? I wrote
Uh,
a nat 20.
I know you did. So he says his name is Alskora Heldari, but you know it's a complete lie.
Hmm. I believe you're lying to me. I'd like to know your actual name.
He just doesn't say anything. He just stares at you.
Gundor is going to go up to the guy, and I'm going to grab him by his shirt. I'm gonna like slam him against the wall. She asked you a question. I expect an answer.
Uh,
Intimidation check?
roll a. Oh no! Hang on a second. That's not how that works. You guys tied him up, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we have
So-
rope.
He was restrained, which means that it's an automatic crit.
Oh my god, don't kill him, Gundor.
he-
I didn't throw him in the air. I just like shoved him against the wall.
Okay, you couldn't kill him though, actually, because I think fists are not damage.
yeah,
Monk.
this is
But-
non-lethal, but it's 10 points of
knock-
non-lethal.
It could, yeah, so it could knock him unconscious.
He's
essentially.
unconscious.
He's unconscious.
Yeah, he had only
Yeah.
like 7 hit points left.
So you knocked him unconscious.
Well, I mean, hey, at least we know he's not lying anymore.
Maybe that'll jog his memory.
Is there anyone who can wake him up?
Uh,
Not without healing him.
Oh wait, do you have any berries left with that? You know.
That's what I'm checking right now.
Do they just stabilize or do they?
they store one.
Yes, I do. I'm gonna give him a good berry. Well, actually, what time is it right now?
At this point, it's probably pushing like 6, 7.
Okay, I'm casting good berry and giving him a good berry then.
Okay. As you guys are casting Goodberry, about 7 or 8 guards are pushing up to you guys at this point. 3 of them are like in like the full plate armor that you've seen around the city before, and the other 5 are in like chainmail and like leather arm guards and things like that.
Okay. And then, do they look like they're hostile to us, or do they look like towards us to find out?
They're
Information.
just roll an insight check.
Does that previous nat 20 count?
No. You can't tell. It looks like when the SWAT team busts down the door and everybody's just running everywhere. That's what this plaza looks like right now, with all the guards squirming. There's probably about 30 to 40 different guards running through this plaza at this point.
Okay. I'm giving him a good berry.
Okay. Alright. As you give him the good berry, and you kind of like mash it into his mouth, since he's unconscious. He wakes up, but by the time like you're ready to answer another question, one of the guards in full plate stops. He's about 20 feet from all you. Put the man down.
I'm sorry. We aren't quite sure how deep the
Put the man down. He draws a great sword from his back.
Am I still technically holding the guy? Is that why he's saying put him down?
Yes.
Oh, okay, I just look at the guard. I'm like, okay, and I just drop him.
Falls unconscious again.
Wait, he took fall damage from that height?
Well, I mean,
You just go hit his head on the car.
If you get dead body dropped, like dead weight dropped from 6 feet in the air, yeah, you're gonna take damage.
Well, I guess if
Especially
he's being
if he
dropped from like Gundor's head.
Yeah, like I'm not like dropping him like, like.
Yeah, but
super
he's
far.
not-
It's just
yeah,
I just
he's
know that he's weak. I know he's weak.
he's like 1 hit point, but like he's so far discombobulated that he can't hold himself up. He probably hit his head on the way down. So, yeah.
I'm sorry. I understand you're a guard, but who exactly are you?
As the other 7 guards come up behind him and like kind of surround you, he looks to you. You're all being detained until we can figure this out.
Well, I mean,
Whoa,
it's
whoa,
pretty
whoa.
simple.
Whoa.
This guy killed
Where
the
are you going?
king. We obviously restrained him, and his groups
We
fled
do
into the
not
sewers.
know who was involved. Until we know, you are all being detained until we understand and know.
So,
Alvar
I'm
just
gonna.
starts slowly walking away.
Were you
As,
like
as,
on the
as
edge
he
of the
was
plaza?
walking up the steps and sees the guard, he just slowly turns around and starts heading back down.
Zaris wants to kind of step forward and puff his chest out. So you're telling me you're going to, detain the Lost Legion for helping to or for attempting to stop the assassination of the king?
I don't care if you were a lost puppy. You're being detained. He punches you in the face, or attempts to at least.
I thought he was 20 feet away.
No,
Yeah,
he's been walking up to you at this point. He was 20 feet when he started the conversation. Because like they were all starting to encroach and close in on you guys.
Okay, so he tries to punch me. What did he roll?
He rolled a 9, so he missed. You
I just
parry it,
duck.
dodge out of the way.
Uh, now, there's no need for this. Trust me, we're on your side. And I want to. Yeah.
What was that for?
Oh, fuck! Why do they both start? Why are they right next to each other, dude? Performance is right above fucking persuasion. God. There.
Well then, if you are on our side, you will stop resisting and come with us.
You see, the thing is that if you detain us, we can't really stop the people that did this, and we have a lead on where they might be,
It is
and
not
we
your
aren't very
job to
confident that
stop
you can
this.
stop them.
It is not your job to stop this.
I mean, but it was our job to stop a war.
It has already happened.
Sir.
I will fully cooperate, but I don't intend on being, detained or handcuffed in any way. But I will
If
come
you-
with you and follow you wherever.
We will not
you must-
handcuff you,
Am I
but
muted?
you must come with us. There are others like yourself who have been detained in this plaza as well, but mostly because we just want to question. Now, if you resist, we will have to force you to be detained.
Sir, if this is what you want and you must detain us, fine. We will listen and we will come with you. But you must understand that we are skilled and that we are here to try to help you. We have a lead that you may be interested in, and you can come with us and watch us. You can even handcuff us if you need to feel more protected. But I do not suggest that you should take us away from this scene because there's something going on here, and I urge you to please look further into this. We are not your enemy, we are your ally.
Roll a persuasion check.
Alrighty.
The most important thing for all of us right now is for everybody who was here in the plaza to be questioned, to give us all of the information that they know, including you, since you apparently know everything about this. So will you please follow us?
We will. However, I recommend that you send a group to the Rusty Tankard, because the Black Skull is probably just about to skip town.
Again,
Our little friend here gave us all that information.
make a persuasion check.
we will come with you. No
I
problem.
wanna help her with that persuasion check.
Yikes.
Oh.
We always roll low when it matters.
I don't. My persuasion's a +9.
Yeah.
The rusty tankard is across the city. Why would they be there when the event happened here?
That's their
That's
base
where they're
of
leaving to.
operations.
We told you they fled through the sewers. That's where they're leaving. That's their rally point. If you'd like, I can wake this one up and you can ask him yourself.
Yeah, Gundor points down at the guy. He's the one that told us. He
Just
was with
come
them.
with us.
Should I bring him, or do you want to get him?
He will be detained separately. As we know from the uniforms up top and the uniform here that he is one of them.
Okay. Well then, if we have to do it your way.
His detainment will not be as pleasant as yours.
Well,
Well,
at least like this
let's
not
just
bad.
answer your questions. So, let's go. I want to get this over with as soon as possible.
He starts to walk away as the rest of the guards kind of close in on you. You guys form basically like a single file line in between a set of guards as you guys are pretty much marched to one of the streets away from the plaza. You can see as you guys are walking through the plaza that that there seems to be various clerics like up on the like stone steps pedestal area, and they seem to be performing various duties and things like that. You see um, well, Alvar's not here, so
Okay. Yeah.
Where did Oliver go?
So, is
exactly?
resurrection
Yeah.
magic common in your world? Like, is it like common knowledge that it exists?
I would like to know where Alvar is.
it's known that it exists. It's not necessarily the most common thing. So,
So only like the most powerful clerics know it.
pretty much, yeah.
Would the new high mage be able to resurrect the king?
Oh.
You don't know.
Am I able to ask the dude who's been like talking to us a question as we're walking away?
Sure.
Like, is he with us? Okay. So since you're going to interrogate us, is it okay if I ask you a couple questions real quick?
Sure, what is it you want to know?
This Black Skull. Have you heard of them before and know anything about them? I'm from up north, and where I am, we don't exactly, have these Black Skulls.
I have no idea what you are talking about.
The group that the assassins are part of, they call themselves the Black Skull. Have you had run-ins with them before?
So is this your first time encountering them?
I. Look. See, this is the exact reason why we need to question everyone. I do not know anything about this. I have never encountered something like this before.
Okay.
And-
That. Go ahead.
So we're just like in the middle of town square with everyone else, right? Or at this point, or are we just, or where is he, or where are the guards taking us? Can everyone hear me?
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
can hear you.
Okay.
Anthony's
Anthony's
probably just
already
thinking
there.
about an answer.
No, I'm sorry. I was trying to look something else up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, what did you say? Sorry.
I said, are we in like the middle of town square with everyone else, or are the guards taking us somewhere else?
Somewhere else. But everyone else seems to be kind of being corralled and like sent to different rally points, I guess you would call it.
Well,
So
seeing as Zaris at this point finally notices, now that everything's like calmed down, finally notices that Alavar is not back yet from trying to chase down the assassin. I want to do a perception check to see if I can like spot him somewhere.
yeah, roll perception check.
Fuck is it?
There you go.
Ooh.
So looking around, you see Alavar actually. You're like basically halfway through the plaza at this point, maybe like 2/3. You see Alavar pretty much back where you guys started, but he's in an alleyway, kind of looking out,
Does
kind of
he
just seeing everything.
does he see me?
Well, yeah, he sees you guys being let off.
Okay.
But
Is
you
he
also see, since you did roll an active perception check, you see there's probably like 3 or 4 different groups of people, being rounded up and kind of sent in your direction as well. At this point, there's probably 40 to 50 guards, almost half of them in this full plate armor. And you see there are 3 just kind of walking about at this point. 3 people in long bluish purple cloaks with like silver, not silver thread, but like silver cords over their shoulders. And you see them, like 2 of them have books, and one is like sitting on the ground kind of scrawling something out on the ground with like chalk and like laying out some stuff. And you also see up on the top, like on the upper not I guess you would call it a veranda of the front of the castle. You see standing there 3 figures, just kind of just looking down at all of this.
Okay.
All wearing long cloaks.
Um,
Robes.
it's good to know of them. Keep an eye on them. But also when now that I know where Alvar is, at a time that I know he's looking at us, I want to like motion with my head for him to follow us.
Okay.
I just give him this "what the fuck is going on" look from like 50 feet away. Fuck.
Yeah. I just shrug and continue motioning with my head like, come on.
All right, I'm coming.
Alright,
Can I make a history check to see if I can remember any discerning marks on the previous guy? Like any tattoos on his hand, his neck, his face, any of that?
Sure.
Ooh,
Holy
ooh.
shit!
Yo, you've been rolling good.
Today's crazy.
There's so many nat 20s today.
Yeah,
Let's go fucking drink.
We've been playing for an hour. There's been how many nat 20s rolled in this session already?
4.
Don't jinx it.
So, in trying to remember You remember on the right side of his neck, there was like the shape of like the top of a skull, and like where the teeth would be. It's just four lines that go down past the uh, area of the cloak, um, and that's the only tattoo that you remember. Everything else was very clean, prim, and proper.
Okay. Can I look at the guard that's leading this to see if he has that same tattoo?
Sure, roll a perception check.
Where are you going with this show?
Looking, he does not.
Okay.
He does not have this tattoo.
She's making sure we're not being led to a slaughterhouse.
Yeah, because
essentially.
we aren't sure like how deep this group's influence goes. So.
You know, that was something I was thinking about earlier. I was like, what if this dude is?
You are more awake than me.
I
Would've walked
am
in with open
awoke.
arms.
Okay,
well-
okay, kind guard, protect us, take us.
Alrighty.
Taking you to your grave.
So you guys are led on. There's like 2 or 3 other groups following behind you, as Zara saw. And you guys are headed off to a fairly large building, where you enter. It's like 2 sets of double doors, like 3 stories tall, and it's like this fairly large hall in the front, with seating area and things like that. You're requested to sit down in the seating area, and the pretty much half the guards, 4 of the guards, kind of filter into the building, while the other 4, along with the one who's been talking, kind of just stay in the Great Hall, to, I guess, talk to other people in the Great Hall. So at this point, you're sitting in a sitting area, while the other groups are being filtered in. The guards don't follow with those groups, but they're just kind of let in and sat down in the same area as you.
Okay. And Alavar followed us, right?
He would have
You
followed
bet your sweet
outside of
pippy
the
I
hall.
did.
He followed us up to the point where he's outside, I would assume.
Yeah.
Or was I not allowed to come in?
Well,
Well,
no.
unless you snuck in with one of the groups.
Yeah. I mean, do you want?
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna go ahead and join them.
To? Okay. Roll a stealth check.
Can I cast silence on myself?
You
Matt.
can. I mean, it's not that kind of. It's not that kind of stealth.
Okay. It's just to blend in with the crowd.
Yeah.
Okay.
That should be good enough.
Yeah.
It's-
You. Well, he's not. He's not at disadvantage because.
Okay.
Armor.
He's
'Cause of
not
armor.
trying to stay silent. He's just trying to blend into these groups.
Got
easily.
it. Okay.
So-
I was like,
Yeah, it's the 15. Sorry, I should have said not at disadvantage.
In retrospect, a 3 isn't bad either.
All right, so you're able to kind of weasel your way into one of these groups. As these groups are larger, they can be up to 20 people for the one. So you're able to like just kind of sneak your way in, and you sit down with the rest of the group in this hall.
So right now we're pretty much just waiting to be questioned.
Yeah, you're just sitting, waiting.
Okay, while we're waiting, can I look at the guards next that I can see to see if they have a tattoo? To see if any of them have a tattoo?
Yeah. Just perception. Nope. You don't see any other
And-
black skulls.
So is Alavar with us or with the other group?
Alavar is with you. You're all
Oh.
being seated in the same area.
Okay, so he's next to us now.
Yeah, so he was able to get up with you guys.
Okay.
So I want to like whisper to Alavar, send or since we're stuck here, the guards won't listen to us. Send Luna to the Rusty Tankard to see if she can pinpoint the assassins gathering there and follow them.
She's a big ass owl right now.
That's fine.
You want me to throw an owl in a fucking tavern?
You know, you can summon her and have her sneak out, can't you?
I mean, she's gonna die, man.
It's fine. She'll be a messenger owl. It's fine.
Yeah, they're not.
Give her a
they're not
letter or
gonna-
something.
They're not gonna kill an owl on sight. Just as long as you summon her discreetly, they'll just think the owl got in somehow.
Just throw a letter in her beak.
I wrap up a piece of paper that's in my pocket with no like note or anything, and just tug it at her beak. All right, Luna.
That is animal abuse.
You got this, girl. I believe in you. And I just lift up my arm in the middle of the fucking place. Just let her. Take off.
You guys are finding this way too funny.
Yeah, I know we are, but it's just like I'm just imagining like Matt doing this, and it just makes everything a whole lot more funny.
Alright. So as stealthily as I can, I would attempt to do what I just said.
Okay. Okay, so you lift your arm and you tell Luna to go. And you see this big ass horned owl with like a wingspan of like 15 feet, mind you. Just start flapping its wings and begin flying out the front door of the building.
With a letter in its beak.
I just
With
looked
the
at
letter in its
Zars
beak.
like, this is gonna work, man.
You see, like 5 of the guards, like look over, and like 2 of them like pull swords, and they're just like, what the fuck? They all just kind of like stare at this owl. Like one of them's just like runs up to it as it's like flying, just like, shoot, get out of here, get out, go, leave.
Precisely what I thought they would do.
They just rolled really poorly on their perception checks to see where it came from.
Exactly. But like I said, as long as they didn't see where it came from, they'll just think an owl snuck in.
With the letter in
Yeah, I
its
just
beak.
thought that was really funny because I thought how Anthony was describing it was instead of Luna taking off, there was like another owl in the room that was like perched up somewhere and it saw Luna take off, and I thought it was just gonna take Luna out in a second, dude.
Oh my god, no. Does
So,
Luna
yeah.
make it out though?
Yeah, Luna makes it out, so she's now out of the building.
Okay, thank God.
Yeah.
So now she's headed to the iron tank or the rusty tanker to try and find them.
Yeah. And I'll,
'Cause at least we'll have something.
Mm-hmm.
I look over to the guard. So, when's it Argo?
You'll wait until you're called.
Oh, okay. Okay. I mean, It's not like we don't have things to do.
So as you guys are sitting there, you know, other groups of people are whispering about, and like conversations are ensuing. Is there anything you guys want to do?
I guess I sort of have to be in Luna, right?
I mean, it's up to you.
I mean, you gave her the orders, and you're
Right.
gonna lose control over her after, what is it, 100 feet? Or.
Yeah, but
No,
she-
it's not, that's like 1,000.
no, it's 100 feet.
But like, aren't you still able to like see through her and like communicate to her? But at that point, she cannot do it. Is that how it works?
She no longer obeys my commands outside of 100 feet.
Oh, I
Okay.
thought that it was just like you couldn't see through her past 100 feet. I thought she still obeyed commands and stuff, like an animal messenger.
No. She'll. I mean, if she chooses to, she can. But she
Yeah.
doesn't have like.
So it's a
Once
matter of
she's-
loyalty, how loyal she is to
Exactly.
Alvar. Alvar,
Yeah.
how
I
many
think-
radishes have you fed her?
Fuck off.
I think it's just gonna come down to how well he can roll the animal checks.
Okay, but alright guys, I'm going to Luna. If we get called up, I'm just your blind and deaf cleric, alright? I get comfortable. Alright, to the Rusty Tavern we go.
Oh, this is our blind and deaf cleric. He's very aware of his surroundings. They throw an apple at him and it hits him in the head. Riots.
Well, no, aren't you only like blind, like?
I'm both.
blind and deaf? I thought you were just like one or the other.
No, he's
No, I'm
both.
both.
He can't see through his eyes or hear.
I can feel.
Yeah.
So I'll know when the apple hits me in the head and then I'll try to catch it.
I guess we're just waiting.
Man, to be questioned. Hopefully they get around to us first, because we obviously have the most information.
No, we're the Lost Legion. They're gonna make us here dead last.
I swear to God, dude. We pretty much already told him everything we know, so...
The last Legion.
The
huh?
longer we're here, the higher chance that they skip town.
Did I say the Last Legion? 'Cause if I did, I meant Lost Legion. but
No, I
felt
did.
like- Okay, but I thought you said I said Last Legion.
No.
I was honestly debating on us just running from the fucking guards, but that would have made us look sus as hell.
Yeah, I was thinking about attacking the guard, and I was like, no, just stop.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, they're gonna detain us, and then we aren't gonna be able to do like our shit. Like this.
You guys have bad ideas.
I felt like it was the one time that like disobeying the law would have been the right move. Like
Well,
we
see,
should have
like,
ran when
Gundor-
they were approaching us. To be honest.
Gundor tries to, give off that fatherly vibe, like how he wants to protect the entire party. It's like when you were about to get hit there, I was like, oh shit, Gundor's about to like do something.
Well, like I don't know why the guard was so aggressive in the first place. Like I just like stood forward and
Well, you were a tiefling talking to them, and you know
Yeah.
people are racist as fuck, Steven.
But I mean, like, there was a group directly behind him. I don't think like a guard would be that ballsy to be like, you know what? I hate this fucker. Let me hit him.
they honestly they couldn't hit me if they tried. I have a 19 AC. Come at me, bitch.
So are we like being watched by a guard? Like, are there are we like being
Yeah,
directly watched?
there's like 4 guards watching over the group as people are being filtered to 3 or 4 rooms to be questioned.
Is Z like freaked out? Like alarmed in any way?
He doesn't like being in such a large group of people, so close.
Okay, but he's not like feels like he's in danger, but he's just like uncomfortable because of the amount of people.
Yeah, he's kind of got like that, like energetic doggo, kind of like
Can't
too much
relax.
can't relax. Too much going on.
Okay. Get to give him
Well,
pets.
All right. So, probably about 45 minutes go by.
God damn.
And the group's down to about halfway now. And there's actually like now 8 rooms that are open with like guards in them that are questioning. And they're kind of they're not like you go and like they're not picking people out specifically. They're just kind of like started at one end and like started working their way to the other end of
We
the
sat on the wrong end.
seating.
Yeah.
You guys were kind of sitting in the middle, so your group is now called up, and you're all split up, and
Who gets the death guy? Just one of the guards gets a death and one guy to talk to.
I literally, I just tap, like, I tap Alvar on the shoulder to just motion to, get up, and I'll just grab his arm so that way, like leading him,
Oh,
so
okay.
he'll know to walk.
All right, let's go.
And I will explain to the guards. This is our, blind and deaf cleric. He just kind of just help him around, and he just heals us out of combat essentially. But I don't know what he can really tell you. He doesn't really know much.
you
Aside
know,
from
for
healing
a
spells.
cleric who can heal, I would not expect him to be blind and deaf, but
Well, he didn't always used to be. He used to be a regular cleric.
He used to damage me by sticking his fingers in my wounds. He got better as time went on.
But and then in a fight, he lost both his eyesight and his hearing. So that's why.
It was a curse put on him by a hag or something like that.
roll a deception check.
yeah, a monster.
Nope, that's me.
And me. What's your bonus?
To deception.
Yeah, I have a
6.
6. Okay. I guess I'll assist him. Or do you want us both to make independent
Well,
ones?
Independent rolls, because you're both claiming 2 different things.
Oh shit.
Oh man. Okay.
It was a battle but I can play it off that it was a curse.
I don't remember if it
'cause
was a hag or something like that. I just know that he got cursed.
Like,
it was a curse in the war.
He looks
The-
at you, Zaris, and he kind of like, okay, all right. Sorry, my Alexa went off. He looks at you, Zaris. He's like, okay, that's understandable, but yeah, he looks to you, Shao. A hag, really? Like,
I don't
that's
know.
what you came up with?
I just know that he got cursed.
Uh,
And I know hags cast curses, so you know.
Yeah, but that kind of shit just doesn't happen on the daily. Like,
We're
It's
adventurers. What do you
possibly-
expect?
I
You're
just
making-
wave off the guard, saying she doesn't have the greatest memory, so
you're making stuff up.
That's rude.
All right, you're in this room. You're in this room. Lead him to this room before you go sit down. And he assigns each of you who you're gonna sit down with.
I don't know. As I'm leading Alavar to that room, I'm saying I want to ask the guard, how exactly are you gonna question him? Because I don't know that he knows anything really.
And he can't really hear you.
Because he's been blind and deaf ever since the Great War. Because as I told you earlier, we're the Lost Legion.
He just kind of looks at you.
Lost Legion ever becomes heroes in this place, I'm just gonna be known as the blind and deaf guy. Love it.
And he just points to the room, just shakes his head.
Whoa,
Damn,
what was
Stefan,
that?
Get
Jesus.
your mic out of your mouth.
That
was
wasn't
not
Steven.
Stefan.
I was saying that was not me.
That sounded like somebody full on blew into their mic.
As a dragon suddenly appeared and let's 20% damage.
I apologize, Stefan.
I
apologize. Assuming it was me. Jeez.
Because the most of the time when we hear breathing in a mic, it's because you're like chewing on your mic.
Was that you, Rach?
It probably was. I'm shifting around, so there was a lot of movement. So that's probably what you guys heard.
Anyway, so I'll go ahead and lead Alvar into the room and sit him down, and I'll just, pat him on the shoulder for good luck.
Okay. Alavar, roll a deception check. As you now have this guard intently looking at you.
Well, technically he is blind and deaf right now.
Okay, so I'm just looking like at a wall or something, like a corner of the room. I literally have no idea what's going on. So. Oh my god. That's a net 20, right?
Oh my god.
How do you like?
He literally can't hear or see right now, though.
Well, no, if he comes out of Luna form, then he has to. That's the deception roll. The deception roll for faking being blind and deaf. So when he comes out of being Luna mode, he's gonna fake it really, really bad.
I can't wait to repeat that part.
So what did you say your name was again? Alavar. Like...
Alright, so each of you sit down with your respective guards. And you start getting questioned. Almost unanimously between all the rooms. What's your name? What were you doing here? Who do you chum with? Etc.
I'm sure we all answer the same.
who are we going around to first?
Well, no, like that. It's those things are very unanimous, in what you guys answer. And
Aside
then,
from Shao, Shao would tell them everything. She'd be like, "Oh, I'm a changeling. We're on our way to the Shadowfell, and we managed to stop by here to get some winter clothing before heading up to the portal." Like...
dude thinks you're crazy.
It's like, who's seen Ant-Man and the Wasp?
Yeah, I have.
It's like the Mexican guys recap.
Yeah,
Just talking.
pretty much.
You know,
Alright.
nobody ever believes me until I flash my unsettling visage at them, and then they get upset.
So, alright. I guess we'll start with, Gundor first. Guess he's in the first room. So, where were you when the assassination happened?
I was in a tavern, and I was with my deafened friend Cleric, and we were working on a weapon, and then, yeah.
Okay. Okay. And, how did you get into the plaza if...
Oh yeah, that's right. So, we finished doing what we were doing, and we left the tavern, and we started heading towards the plaza, and then eventually we started hearing commotion, and then people were yelling and running, and that's when we got to the plaza. After the king has already been struck down. Or struck down.
Okay. Shao, you're in the next room. So, how did these people go about assassinating the king?
Well, there was this one large figure in a hood. He kind of just like jumped down off of like the roof above or something like that, and he stabbed the king. And then everybody else kind of had these giant explosive guns on their back. I believe there's one on the roof next to the building. It belonged to the guy that we had attained for you. But yeah, that's pretty much how it went down.
Hmm. Zaris, what did the guard ask? What exactly did these people look like?
I mean, I couldn't really get a good look at them. They were all wearing hoods, and I couldn't see their face, but they all pretty much looked the same. They just black hoods. They looked pretty stealthily like. So you could obviously tell they were assassins and had been trained. So and they moved pretty uniformly. Because once the initial guy jumped down and killed the king, everyone else everyone else that they were with kind of just moved at the same time. But like I said, other than the guy we captured, I didn't get a good look at anybody else's faces.
Okay. Leah,
Mm-hmm.
the guard asked you. So, you guys were at the speech because you heard a messenger say that there was a speech by the king.
Mm-hmm.
What exactly was your group doing in the city? Why did you come to the city?
We were just passing through on our way to the north. I was just looking through the shops in town, trying to find some books, and we just so happened upon the speech that happened.
Okay. He's writing down in the book. Alivar, for the past 10 or so, 15 or so minutes, you've seen in Luna's eyes, she's been flying over the city. Roll a perception check for me.
Okay.
As
Actually,
Luna.
yeah, let me pull up D&T 5e Owl.
I have it. I think that they have
Plus 3.
proficiency on anything that requires. I think it's perception with sight, right?
Yeah, keen hearing and sight. They have
Yeah.
advantage on checks rely on hearing and sight.
Oh, advantage. Nice.
So D20 plus 3.
And again. Wow.
Wow, man.
Man,
shit.
this is a bad day for you, Alvar.
Owl. Luna's blind and deaf too. Go figure.
So Luna can't necessarily make a determination as to which building is the rusty tankard, and so she's just kind of flying around, just trying to find anything that looks like that.
Like the guy from before.
Yeah. Yes.
Suddenly, like you feel like you've been like manhandled, and like you were like brought to your feet, and then like walked, and then mind you, while you're still flying around, so this is a very weird experience. A little bit of nauseating too, because your eyesight's going one direction and your body feels like it's moving in another. You're like brought to your feet. You stand there for like a minute or two, and then you're brought down and you're sat down in a chair, sideways, mind you, in a chair.
Okay.
And you're there for like 30 seconds, and then you feel like 3 really hard taps on your shoulder.
Who the fuck? Zaris?
And you come out of your vision. Do you?
I just. Yeah, sure. Do I see the guard?
Yep. And you're sitting there staring at a wall, and you're like turned around, and you see a guard like standing there behind you. And you're like in a small room with like a single desk and another chair on the other side of the desk, and there's a closed door behind you.
I just I stare at the wall for like a good 2 seconds. And I slowly turn around to look at the guard. And it's like silent for like another 5-10 seconds. Praise be the God, I'm cured! I can see! I can see, guys! I cast daylight! And the whole room lights up!
Oh
God!
God.
You see! Praise be the matron, I am cured!
Roll a deception check.
Oh my God!
What? What?
Oh! I have no idea what's gonna happen. I feel like I've been shot thousands of times.
And just like one of those televangelists, you fall out of your chair onto the ground as if you've been hit by the Bible. And the guard just like is sitting there in like kind of horror and awe and like what the fuck is going on right now?
So what am I here for?
It just kind of like looks around the room.
I'm just staring at the daylight spell in my hand. Beautiful.
By the gods, what happened here?
You tell me.
I'll be back. Just can you stay right here for a minute? He like gets up out of his chair and just walks out, and the door shuts behind you.
Oh my god.
Oh god. I'm gonna totally fuck with this guy.
Oh God. Don't fuck with him too much, then you're gonna have to re-roll your deception.
Oh, holy shit. This is as good as they're invisible?
Probably about like 3 or 4 minutes later, a different guard walks in that you don't recognize, and he sits down again. So yeah. Sorry about that. So what's your name?
Ah, it's been so long since I've been able to speak, you know? It's just... it's good to talk, you know? You know what I mean?
I guess.
Okay. Just make sure we're on the same page here. My name's Alvar. Alvar Jade. What's up?
Um, and why are you here?
Dude, I've been blind and deaf for months. I ain't got no fucking clue. I just know that, you know, when my homies get like shot or something, I got like fine sense and I can feel it. So I just go, ooh, healing word, you know.
Uh-huh. um,
Grew up in a bad neighborhood, Alvar.
it's just kind of writing at this point. Uh-huh. And yeah, how did you end up in the plaza since you were apparently previously only 5 minutes ago blind and deaf?
I know it was fucking crazy, right? I think my friends are here. I think they're the ones that have been tagging along with. If not, I've just been healing some random fuckers for a month or so. I don't really know. Hope to God it's them. Oh shit! What? Wait. That. Oh shit.
What?
Never mind.
So you didn't see anything and you didn't hear anything.
I'm following.
No, I'm asking you a question. You can follow me, but I'm asking you a question. You didn't see anything and you didn't hear anything of what happened at the plaza.
You just got done talking to your homie. I mean, praise be to God. She just saved my ass. I was just blind and deaf like 5 minutes ago.
Okay, you know what? We're done here. All right, you can go. You can go. You just close.
It's like the guard's like, this is bullshit. I know it's bullshit, but I'm too tired to deal with this. They don't pay me enough.
I'm tired of this shit. Oh god.
Just start walking out. I'm ready to see the world.
At this point, you open the door and you walk out, and you just see all your friends like standing there, looking at you like in a group.
I wait for Alavar to say something before I say it, because I kind of raise an eyebrow as to why he walked out of the room by himself.
Oh, the guard didn't really know how to question people. That's, you know, he just told me to go home. I did a great job, I guess.
Wait, you can
Alavar,
see us.
You can talk again and see what?
Oh yeah, praise be the God. Yo, the matron came down or something. Oh my God, it's just like that. I could see in this small ass room, and I look over to my left, and there's just this guard, and I'm like, well, he has to rejoice with me. And I just cast daylight in the middle of the fucking room. It was a miracle. So glad it was you guys that I've been hanging around with for 2 months. Who knows what it could have been? It could have been the crazy ass Black Skull guys. Probably shouldn't have said that out loud. You guys ready to leave?
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Bye, guys.
As Alavar is whistling, the rest of you guys just walk out of the building.
God.
Did I just become the new Shell?
Once we're out of the building and out of your shot of the guards, I'm like, you talk too much, Alavar.
Nothing like bullshitting.
Excuse me.
I think you went a little too far. that was cutting it close.
Yeah. It's okay.
I think you talk just the right amount.
Shell backs me up.
Of course, I always got your back.
So what did Luna find?
Be honest, she was pretty much blind and deaf like me. She didn't really find anything.
So at this point, there aren't like guards around us anymore, right?
You guys are out on the street at this point.
Okay. So I noticed something about the guy that we captured. He had a tattoo on his neck. It looked like the top half of a skull and then 3 lines where the teeth should be.
Okay. I chased one down into the sewers, but
So
I lost
Anthony, does
him
it look
within a
kind of like the
couple minutes.
Punisher symbol then?
Yeah, kind of similar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the tunnels is just how they were getting to the Iron Tank, or to the rest of it's like sewers anyway. I think we should go to the rusty tanker and see what clue we find. Because by now they've probably come and gone. But if we pick up a trail and catch up to them, that might be our only chance.
So Alavar, back there, you said that you could have been hanging out with a black skull. Do you know something about them that you aren't telling us?
Shout. I was trying to bullshit our way out of there. Or my way. I don't know. I was sort of having fun with it. But, I don't think I know anything.
That.
I don't know, like, legit. I don't know if I knew anything about the Black Skulls. My father could be involved, but too much. No,
Wait, your father?
really care. I mean, he could be involved in this. You know, he's done some shady shit in his life, but as far as involvement goes, I have no idea.
Well, if your father is involved, how would we find out if he's involved?
Huh. You know what? I never thought of it like that. Usually, you die. That's one way of finding out.
Wait, die?
Oh yeah. He is not the father type. No.
Wait, so why would I have to die to figure out if he's involved?
I don't know. I really have no idea how to find out if he was involved.
I mean, can't you just ask him?
Oh,
He's your dad after all.
being my dad and being my dad are two very different things.
Do you remember? Sorry, excuse me. Do you remember how Rogar's dad, in air quotes, told the truth?
Well, I can't believe that all dads are evil. My dad's not evil. My dad's a kind soul.
My dad's pretty evil. Like, if we buried bodies in our backyard, I'm fairly certain.
Oh. Got it.
Yeah.
And we were talking while we were on the way to the Rusty Tinker. Are we there yet?
Yeah.
You guys are about halfway there. I mean, it's like you're walking across New York.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Like it's a big city. Yeah, so you're about halfway.
So where is your dad, Alavar?
Well, if I were to make an assumption, I would say he is either. Let me pull up the map. My best assumption is that he's in either Galamir or Gumsteimer right now. Gumsteimer being our home, and Galamir more being a place of business for him.
I understand.
That's really all I know. Maybe we can find out more.
Can you talk with dead people, Alavar?
Yeah, I mean, I've never tried it before, but from my book, it says I can.
Oh, you should try to talk to the king or whatever.
Doesn't that require us to be near the dead body?
Oh yeah, we have to be like right on it.
I don't think we're gonna get access to that.
And I'm sure the cleric circle here has plenty of means of doing that.
Well,
So
we
what do
need
do?
some way to get more information than what we have.
Yeah.
Well, we'll find out. We'll see what we can find out at the Rusty Tankard.
If there's nothing there, then I'm thinking we might want to sneak into the precinct and I can steal some records of their questions.
Speaking of, that's. I'm betting that my contact is probably in the Rusty Tankard because it seems like a pretty scummy place to be if that's where the Black Skull's rendezvous point was. So they probably so they could blend in. So is that where my contact is in this city? Because I want to use my feature to know to find my contact as well.
Okay. Yeah, it's pretty like you're starting to get to the bad section of town, known as the court's quarters. It's not exactly the cleanest. The streets are dirty. There's garbage everywhere. The people here are not the friendliest looking, and also they are, you know, bless you. Not exactly the best up and coming. There's a few as you're starting to walk through this area. There's a few beggars and stuff that like come up to you, like hold out their hands or like ask for coin.
How many beggars are there?
There's like 3 that come up to you.
Okay, I want to give each of them a gold coin.
Okay. All right. So they like look down at it and like look at you. Thank you, thank you so much. Thank you. By the gods, thank you. And like the one walks away. The other 2 just kind of silently bow their heads and
I check to make sure my coin purse is still there.
yeah, investigation check.
I can't just like reach down and feel to see if it's there.
It's there.
Okay.
Yeah, you like actually like find it and like open it up and yeah, your coin's still there.
Okay.
But yeah, so as we're heading into the bad part of town, I can assume that my contact is probably in this part of town as well, right?
Right.
Well, he's probably in the Rusty Tankard because most of my contacts are in taverns, so that's the easiest place to meet up and exchange information without being noticed. When we get there, you guys try to find any evidence that the assassins passed through there and where they were headed. I'll find my contact and see what they know of the of this group and where they might be headed or who hired them.
I'll try my best.
All right. So you guys come to the street that the Rusty Tankard is on. And the Rusty Tankard, the sign is a giant like metal tin hammering that's all rusted and like it's patinaed. Um, and it's in the shape of a tankard with the letters actually cut out of it.
Okay.
But next door, you also see there's the rusty bedpost. It's just a wooden sign with, the windows are not in the best of shape. Some of them are cracked and fractured. It looks like some of the posts and the wood is actually like dry rotted and stuff. The paint is peeling off of these two buildings. Most of the other buildings are in disrepair too. Like there are fractured brick buildings throughout this district. Wood is boarded up on some windows. There's some glass in front of some windows as they've been shattered from rocks or whatever. It is
Okay.
not the good part of town.
And real quick, before we head in, those like bazookas that the assassins were handling, they left like a lot of it was a lot of gunpowder that it used, right? So like there would be like gunpowder residue / smell on the assassin's hand, right?
uh,
Unless they took time to clean it off or something.
I mean, potentially.
Because what I want to do is before we go in, I want to try to help Z to try and find traces of them, because if they did clean it off, they wouldn't have cleaned it off until they got here. So I want to cast Prestidigitation in front of Z with the smell, making the sensory effect of the smell of used gunpowder. So essentially the smell that would be on their hands after they fired those weapons, to kind of help Z get the scent of what he's searching for.
Okay.
Before,
Okay.
and then so I'll do that for Z, and then we'll head in, or I will at least.
All right. Z kind of like looks up to you, Leah,
Mm-hmm.
and just kind of like paws at your leg.
Pork.
Can I speak with my animal?
Oh, what's that?
I have the spell speak animal.
Oh, yeah. So you cast the spell.
And then I roll.
No, I don't believe you need to roll for
Oh.
speak with animals.
You gotta do your good pork voice.
Hello, Leah.
Hello, Ray.
You smell anything on the Z?
I don't smell anything. I don't know what to smell for. Those bad people didn't smell quite like that, but they smelled similar. I can't smell anything like that right now.
It's okay, Z. Just keep an eye out for it, okay?
Okay, I will.
Good doggo.
He like puts his nose to the ground and like starts sniffing around. As the rest of the party, as well as yourself, works your way into the building. Now this is a rough and tumble place. This, as you walk in, this place is like, there is yelling and screaming. There are men in, you know, like arm wrestling competitions. there seems to be like a brawling like area off in the corner. There are rusty tankards everywhere. There is shattered glass on the floor. The place smells of like mildew and like old stale beer. There's candles all about that. It looks like the cups have just been hollowed out enough that you could stick another candle inside of it so that it burns. This place is rough. And as you guys actually walk in, you see one of the arm wrestlers. Their arm gets slammed down. A group of like 5 or 6 people around them yells and cheers. The guy who lost stood up and stands up in front of the other guy. That wasn't fair. The other guy stands up. What are you calling me, a liar? Yeah, you cheated. Your arm was on the other side of the table. And just wham! Cold clocks the guy. And a bar brawl starts, like, right there. Another dude gets, like, another tankard, like, smashed into his face. He starts throwing punches at another dude. And there's, like, 7 or 8 people at this point are just fighting. A chair gets broken over someone's back. And you guys are just standing there looking at this as it transpires.
With that commotion going on, I want to look around the room to find who might find someone who's staying like calm and like just sitting at a table by themselves. That's more than likely to make contact.
Okay. Make a perception check. Okay. You find in the corner a dark elfin fellow, just kind of sitting there. Seems to have a few gold and silver rings on his fingers. It looks like he has like an eyebrow piercing that like with like a gold chain that leads to the ear, with like another like little earring kind of thing. Black robes with like a greenish undertunic and like dark green pants. And he's just kind of like sitting there with his legs up on the table, and he's just sipping on a metal goblet.
Okay, I want to take advantage of the commotion while everyone's attention is on the bar brawl to go and sit down at the table unnoticed.
He's just watching the entertainment. He looks at you as you sit down, but he doesn't pay any never mind, as he's just like sitting there with his legs up and he's just kind of sipping.
Okay, and then as I so after I sit there for a second, I will drop so I'll like drop 5 pieces of gold on the counter and then like spin one of them and look at him to see his look at him to see if he looks at me.
Roll a performance check. Okay. You spin the coin as it just starts spinning on itself. The glint of the candle next door kind of gives like this strobing effect almost in your eye line. He's just watching the fight, and he like on hearing the gold hit the table, he just kind of nods. So you were here for information, no?
Of course I am. What else do I look like?
Well, mate, what exactly is it you're looking for?
I just arrived in town today, and I've had a run-in with this group called the Black Skull. Have you ever heard of them?
I haven't heard that name in a very long time.
Tell me what you know.
They're a group from the south. They do a lot of contract work in Abaratrim and Thaea. Many of their members are elven, but haven't heard of them coming up this far north. Are you from down there?
No, I'm from No Hayden. Well, I've been in No Hayden for the past long while. I've never had a run-in with them until now. Of course, I know they were hired for money. They were, I don't know if you've heard yet, they assassinated the king earlier today.
He takes another large sip of his goblet and he sets it down on the table. Your coin is still spinning, by the way. I heard about it before it even happened. And he looks at you and he slams his hand down on the coin as
Who do you know that would have hired the Black Skull to take the king out?
I mean, there's a lot of people that would hire them. Whether they were
No.
stupid enough to do it is another question. I mean, I
Well,
left
I'm-
2 of them dead, so I guess that's a better split for the last 3.
Do you know if they were passing through here as their rendezvous point? What did you see them come through here, or where they went?
No word of anybody coming through here. I mean, I only hear what's let out in the public, or as public as the underside will allow.
Well, I know there's a lot of groups that want the king dead, but specifically, who would have the coin to hire a group like, that base of operations is so far south from, No Hayden.
No, there's a lot of things, not just gold, that somebody can be paid in. Influence, further contracts, a new footing, a new base camp being provided to them in No Hayden. There's a lot of things. In this part of the world, gold isn't just the only thing that can be bartered for.
Anyone who would, has there been any talk about who wants the king dead for their own personal gain?
I mean, there's a lot of people who could say that.
Well,
It just
I
depends
know
on who you
that,
talk
but
to.
who's talked about it?
I mean, there are groups of influence that want that, I don't necessarily know directly who might be involved, but I mean, anyone that wants to throw an entire region into chaos would attempt that. I can definitely tell you who it's not, though. It definitely isn't the Thieves Guild.
Well, I know that much from interrogating the one that we caught.
Oh, you caught one. Huh. Seems like they're hiring not so good people anymore.
Well, I'm more talented than you think.
I'm not
I
doubting
think-
your efforts. But the Thieves Guild definitely doesn't have anything to do with this. Mainly because if the whole region were to fall into chaos, the seedy underbelly of No Hayden would be able to do anything. Unfortunately, the entire society of the bright side, if you want to call it, can only, work so well as long as there are shadow.
Anything else of importance that you know about this group or what their agenda may be?
Not really. I mean, they're from the south, so they probably bring technology of the south with them.
Yeah, they had some sort of catapult-like thing that launched explosives. Never seen anything like that before.
I've heard of it. There's been designs on the black market for quite a while. He picks up the goblet again and takes another sip. No misconstruction. They typically like to keep that kind of tech to themselves, but certain people want certain things, so certain gnomes get it to them. But you'll be hard pressed to find it in pretty much anywhere besides their realm of the world.
Well, I might be staying in town for another day or two. If any more information happens to come down the vine, that any information at all about the Black Skull, send me a message, and I drop 20 silver on the table because I'm out of gold pieces now. So
He looks at you and he nods. Well, if you just want to show up, I'll let you know what I can find necessarily. Don't know if it'll be helpful, but I can help you.
I'll be around, and then I just get up and walk to the bar to order a drink.
Alright. While Zaris is off in the corner and there's this bar brawl going on, what do the rest of you guys want to do?
I walk in. I'm like, guys, I can't put my finger on it, but I think I like this place. And so there's currently an arm wrestling match that had turned into a brawl, and then there's an actual brawl that you can go into.
Yes.
Correct. Okay.
It's like a boxing ring.
Okay. I want to go over there, and I want to find who's ever in charge of the brawl, and I'll be like, "Hey, tell me about this."
Yeah, it's like a little seedy man with glasses who's like sitting next to it. I mean, I'm just here to sign up fighters, but fights aren't for like 4 days. Every other week.
How much these games usually pay for?
Upfront entry is 100 gold.
Okay, and are these guys just practicing right now, or are they just entering to see if they can get in the actual tournament?
Oh no, those well, they shouldn't be fighting outside the ring, but I guess the one guy got cheated out of something or something, so the other one just wanted to punch him.
Okay, well, so you said it's in 4 days, right?
Yep.
And anyone can drop 100 gold and join in.
You got the coin, you got the fists, you can fight.
And when the battling's up, do you win the pot?
It's kind of tournament style, so fighters go head to head, and then by the end of it, somebody takes it all home.
Okay. Grinder's gonna reach in his bag, and he's gonna pull out 100 gold, and I'm gonna hand it to the guy.
Okay.
That's a lot of money.
Well, now we're stuck here for 4 days.
Hey, that's a lot of money you could get though. Like half a dozen or a dozen people sign up.
And what's your name, sir?
Gundor.
Goondor. Like goon door, as in like a door for goons, or
Close, but it's like
how do you spell that?
I spell it with and hang on, let me spell it in giant. That's the easiest way. So you go with this character, and then you go with okay, so it's Goondor.
Oh, okay. So like Goondore. Okay, I see. All right. So,
Yeah, sure.
Mr. Goondore, you're entered into the competition.
It's Gundor.
Well, why is there this little tilde on the e at the end?
I mean,
Gondore.
I don't know. I didn't pick it.
Whatever.
Okay.
If you can fight, you can win. So,
All right. See you in 4 days.
good
I'll
luck,
walk
Mr.
back.
Goondore. Don't get killed.
I'll walk back towards the party. So, I did something. We're gonna be here for a couple days. I'll be right back. And then Gundor's gonna make his way to the other side of the building, where they are hopefully died down on the fighting, and I can actually try to get into this arm wrestling stuff right now because I want to try to like win some gold.
What, like win gold right now?
Oh yeah.
I mean, the bar brawl has actually like increased in size. Most people have kind of like stopped their activities and like either gotten into it or tried to start breaking it up. It's probably a good like 15, 16 people.
Okay. Well then, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go back to the party, and I'm gonna keep looking over there to wait until it dies down, so in case it does open up to where I can have an arm wrestling match.
Is anybody playing darts?
There does not seem to be a dart board. In the area.
Everybody's
Rip
prepared.
Barbarian Tavern, then a Dexterity of like Thieves Tavern. Feels bad.
I'm the only person who remembered why we went there.
No,
No,
I
no,
know
no,
why
no,
we went
I have
there.
a plan. I have a plan.
Can I look around to see if I see any of like hooded figures, anything like that?
I would like to do the same thing actually.
Yeah, two of you roll or perception checks.
And then can I also be looking for the black skull on necks while I'm looking around as well?
Yeah, that I'll tie that into the perception check. So, There are between the two of you, there are a few people with like cloaks. Nobody's necessarily like the dark hooded figure in the corner, but you know they are working towards finishing or trying to stay out of the fight or like just kind of trying to mind their own business and not get roped into something else. Weary travelers on a hard budget, probably, kind of thing.
Okay, do either of us see a skull on anybody's necks?
Nope, no skulls.
Okay.
What could I do?
Has he smelled anything suspicious?
Don't be
I
suspicious.
smell food. Can we have food? I like food. You know I like food.
That's a no.
Aw. Can we get food later?
Yes.
Okay.
It's later. Can we get food?
I don't smell anything though.
Is it obvious that she's talking to Z?
It's fairly obvious.
Wait,
But,
is
like-
Xiao's like, wait, you can talk to animals? That's so cool.
Yeah.
Alavar, summon Luna.
okay. Summon Luna on Shell's shoulder.
And just kind of spins his head around like he's like cracking his neck almost, and like shakes out his feathers. And just kind of like looks at you, Alavar.
Hey, don't look at me. I don't know why you're here either. I know you're probably enjoying your nap, but Shell wanted to see you.
He looks at Shao.
Can I feed like Luna part of a tuber plant?
Sure. Animal handling check. Just kind of looks at it and just kind of like scrawls the head back like in disgust almost.
Oh, does your taste change with your form?
I think it might. She might prefer meat or some kind. Maybe a fish.
Yeah, can you ask her?
Leah?
Yeah. Wait, I'm sorry. I was not paying attention.
You
I was
Luna.
asking if you can ask Luna if her taste changes with the form that she summoned in.
Her taste?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the kind of food that she prefers.
Oh. Oh, what kind of food do you prefer, Luna?
Well, I definitely don't require that disgusting thing.
Luna isn't really.
Well,
I mean, a
what
nice
do you prefer
mouse
then?
would be nice.
Yeah. Well,
Wait, so does your taste change with your form?
does your taste change with your form, Luna?
I mean, I guess.
Guess.
I guess.
What do you mean?
I mean, I was a raven before, and I liked mice then, and now I'm an owl.
Stefan.
I like mice now.
I like mice now.
So, do you still like mice?
Yes.
Here,
Is
hold
that
on
what
just a
you want?
moment. She kind of just like hands Luna off to Oliver and she says, I'll be right back.
And I don't know he has a British accent.
But,
I'm hunting a mouse for her.
Does question. Does
Yes.
speak with animal work with Luna? Because Luna is like, I'm not trying to be that guy, but I mean Luna's
She
Still
is
an animal.
still an animal, even though they are a fey creature, they are taking the form of an animal. So speak with animals would still technically work with a familiar.
okay.
Because it's a magical animal. That's pretty much what it is.
Yeah, pretty much.
With that, do I catch a mouse for her? I'm assuming that there are mice everywhere in this part of
I
town.
I would assume that in this part of the district you are able to easily find a mouse.
Okay, I come back with a mouse for Luna. And then I present the mouse to Luna. I don't eat meat myself, but I mean, if it will make you happy.
Luna just kind of like looks at Alavar, and then like looks at Leah,
Yeah.
So,
looks at Alavar,
what?
looks at Leah.
Are you
If
good?
If you want the mice, you can have the mice, Luna.
Looks at Alavar again. Kind
What?
of like, what? Kinda
Oh,
like
what? You think I'm
rubs-
supposed to be able to talk to you like that?
rubs up against your cheek. Looks at you, Leah.
You happy?
She's just trying to suck up to me, isn't she?
Oh, shall?
Oh.
Kind of like looks at Shao Sutton like quickly and looks back at you.
I turn to Luna and just give a nod.
If it makes her feel better about herself, Luna
Oh.
like hops up, hops over to your arm, Shao, and takes the mouse up in her mouth and starts to like a snake almost scarf this thing down.
Luna's salty.
Luna's a sassy bitch.
Yeah.
At least in her owl form,
Wait,
anyway.
so did you like the radishes I gave you before? You seem to like those pretty well.
Does Luna talk back to me?
Kind of looks at you, Leah. I mean, I had the radishes when I was a raven. So I mean, I guess that was nice. I'm still fond of mice, though.
Leah, could you ask Luna if it hurt? She dies.
Who dies?
Luna. She's died a
Lu-
lot during our adventures. I just want to know, like, does it really suck that much ass?
Dying?
Yeah.
Uh,
What?
Luna has died several times.
Luna. What's your experience like when you pass away?
I don't remember much. Usually it just goes back in the fade out. And then I show up again in the middle of a circle with Alvar.
It's like a cycle of hell.
How do you feel when you come back?
Usually tired. It's okay though.
I'll try to keep you dying to a minimum.
Hops back up on Alavar's shoulder. Perches up again.
Alright, so,
So does Luna like me? I'm just trying to make a friend. I love animals.
Luna... She doesn't hate you. I think it's just gonna take a little bit more time. But yeah.
Oh god.
This was fun.
No,
Gundore.
Gundore.
No.
No, it's gotta have an upwards inflection on the end. Gundore.
Gundore.
Gundore. Luchar contigo.
I'm Gundor.
Not anymore.
Hey.
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 We should probably get back on track.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So how does it feel when Luna gets unsummoned?
Ciao.
Yeah.
We got to focus on what we came here for a little bit. Before we're completely fucked.
But we have animal friends, and she like gets down
We're
on one knee
always
and
gonna
like
have
pets,
animal friends.
just Petsy.
Guys, I signed up for a brawl. It's in 4 days.
As Gundor walks up.
Wait, so we're tied to the city for the next 4 days?
Uh-huh.
How much money's on the table?
Don't know. I had to put in 100 gold though, so hopefully a lot.
Okay, we're in a shady ass tavern, so what's this from just saying the guy just took $100, 100 gold pieces from you, and there is no.
Oh, that's a possibility. But we'll find out in 4 days.
I mean, you could just see if the guy is still here.
He's right over there.
Is he?
He's gone.
Oh shit! He just rolled 100 gold. Oh my god, dude, that's gonna suck, dude.
Gundore just got ripped off.
I'm gonna go up to the
You didn't even
barkeep.
stop to consider it.
I'm gonna go to the barkeep. I'll be like, hey, are you having a brawl here in 4 days?
Well, let me check the schedule. And he like looks back to like a calendar looking thing behind. There's a brawl in 2 days.
Okay. Where at? Here?
Yeah, right here in this ring.
How much?
It's like 25 gold.
25 gold. There was a guy over there where 2 people were brawling. Was he not a ref?
What guy?
There's a guy with glasses, kind of old. He was holding a piece of paper. He said he was taking down people's names for a competition in 4 days.
Oh, I definitely know he doesn't work here. So.
Alright, well, is it okay if I wait until 2 days from now to give you 25 gold? Because I feel like I just lost 100 gold and I don't really want to give you 25 gold.
Gundore fucked up.
I mean,
No, we're gonna wait the full 4 days, guys. I'm hoping that this guy just shows up and he's like, look, bro, here's the battle you're gonna be in. So, I'm a strong believer, guys. So anyway, back, main game. Can I pay you in 2 days and come fight?
I mean, sure. Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, there's on-day signups.
Cool. All right, now I'll be back. Now I'm gonna go over there where he was, and I'm gonna look for this dude.
Okay.
Go ahead. No, this is his adventure.
Roll a perception check.
Bonus action, rage.
I don't think rage helps with that.
No, it doesn't. I'm just
You-
mad.
You do not see him anywhere.
Okay. Alright. Well, I go back to the party and I look at them. Well, there is a brawl coming up, but I think I just lost 100 gold. We're gonna stay here for a couple days, and I'm not leaving until I find him.
So, just jumped right into it, into a tavern full of thieves in a bad part of town.
Oh yeah. I'm learning to make friends in high places. Alright, well that's the end of my shit right now.
Lo siento, Condore.
It's fucking Gundor, bitch. Don't fuck with me. I will hire the assassinos to come after me.
Alright, I would like to use my ring of true seeing, see if there's like anyone or thing hiding in the tavern with us.
Okay. So in looking around, you kind of like touch the ring and kind of spin it a little bit. And you all kind of see, those of you who are around him, Alvar's eyes kind of get like this like golden glow in the iris. As you guys are looking around, Alvar just like, is a robed figure along one of the walls that when you like spin your ring a little bit, the originally he looked like just like this big burly mean half-orc fellow, and when you do the true seeing, it's a robed figure.
No, what's this rogue figure? Is he like an elf, or can I tell?
So it looks to be elven in descent, but they're actually wearing the same colored robes as you saw before in the plaza.
Oh, my bad. I was muted for the entire bit.
It's all good.
Is it a rogue figure like the Black Skull, or?
Yes, he's confirmed that.
No,
Okay.
no.
Oh.
Like one of
Oh.
the wizard.
Oh, like
Looking
the people
people.
who are like standing up top that I noticed.
Not one of those. One of those that were there were three figures in the
Oh, in the plaza.
plaza. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're one of the clerics. As I assume that's what those are.
They kind of looked more sorcery or wizardy.
Guess the high wizard, like the new high wizard, is the one that paid the Black Souls to kill the king.
Whoa. Do you guys see that half orc over there?
Yeah, what about him?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's part of I don't know, some council here. I mean, I turned on my ring of trucing. Definitely wearing robes like the ones in the middle of town square.
I can't drag him. A lot of paralysis poison.
Should we confront him, or what do you guys think?
I could approach him if you'd
Well-
like.
Well, maybe
I mean-
we should position ourselves at certain places in this tavern. Like maybe you go talk to him over there, and then you stand by the door in case he tries to run out.
Sounds like a good idea. Me and Shao can go talk to him while Gondor like props up next to the door or something. And Leah can watch one of the back doors.
Got it.
Saurus, get ready with a sleep spell.
What? I'm at the bar.
Oh, you're not part of this conversation?
No, he's at the bar ordering. a
I was
drink.
Oh.
talking to my contact,
Oh,
and then
okay.
I just acted naturally, got up, standing at the bar, drinking my beer. Just kind of looking around the room.
Okay, so who's doing what?
Did I happen to get a good look at the High Mage and what he looks like?
At this point, roll a history check. So, in remembering back, he was human with a shaved head, and he had a tattoo on the right side of his face. It was kind of like tribal in a sense, and it ran down the side of his face, down his neck.
Okay, so I remember his features pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to look to Alavarni, and I'm going to say, you said that he was a mage, right, in disguise?
Yeah, the half-orc is wearing a mage robes. Maybe a wizard or sorcerer.
I have an idea. Give me just a moment. Is there a bathroom around here?
I mean, you can look around. There seems to be one, yeah.
Okay. I go into the bathroom, and then I want to change my appearance to look like that of the High Mage, and then change my armor to look like his robes.
Okay.
No, he looks like a half-orc.
No, I'm talking about the High Mage.
Oh, okay. Well, this is
Okay.
gonna get interesting.
Alright. You walk out of the bathroom, and you walk up to the rest of the party.
Having no clue what they're doing, I'm just watching the bar.
Sorry. You see from the bathroom, the No Hayden High Mage walk out of the bathroom. Now.
I saw Shao walk in though, right?
Yes, you did.
Do I think that's her, or do I think it's the High Mage?
I mean, you know Shao's antics. It's up to you.
I'll just wait. I don't know what's going on, but I'm just gonna wait and watch.
Shao's going to go over to Alavar, and she's going to say, I don't know what his voice sounds like, so I'm going to need you to be doing the talking for me.
What?
I'm just going to sit there expectingly.
What do you plan to do? I mean, you're a
I'll
high
get
mage
information from
initiated
him,
as
obviously.
What information are we gathering?
What
I was
he's
just
doing
gonna-
here, why he's here.
Okay. I guess we shall go to this half-orc.
Alright, so the two of you walk up to the half-orc?
Yep.
Alright. The half-orc looks at you both and just goes back down and sips his drink.
How are you doing today? And I sit down beside him.
Good, yourself?
I'm doing alright, you know? Crazy. It's just, you know, I saw something funny. Out of everyone in this tavern, You seem to be the one that's out of place. If you know what
I'm
I
not-
mean.
I'm not necessarily the one that's out of place. And he looks to you, Shao.
I just like look
Yeah.
back at him like with a pretty plain face.
So, why would a mage in this shitty tavern?
Cut out a little bit.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, my bad. Why would a mage or sorcerer such as
You cut out again.
spend...
You cut out again.
Oh my god, okay.
Different spot this time, though.
Alright. Why would a sorcerer and mage like yourself be stuck in a tavern? Are you serious? I'm about to
No,
lose
you
my...
didn't cut out that time.
You just
Bro, no, I'm sorry. So you paused, and I just thought like you cut out again. I'm like, bro, this is perfect.
Okay. Why the fuck are you here? But I said it nicer. My god.
And just takes another sip of beer. I should be asking all of you the same question, considering I saw you at the plaza.
What were we doing at the plaza? I mean, we were just attending. Until
Apparently
we
getting
saw...
detained by the guards.
Yeah, after we chased down the assassins responsible for... Well, you know. What were you doing during that time?
Scrying, divulging information.
Shao looks at him expectingly for him to share the information that he found.
Well, I mean... You might not trust us, but I believe we have a common goal, perhaps? If you would like to share your information with us, it would go a long way.
You were just hands for hire. I know you can be bought out. I don't know why I would tell you anything. Especially this one right here, and she points to you, or he points to you, Shao. Dishonest looks like yours, or can get some people killed in this area.
Yes, but they can also keep us alive, so... We mean no harm by... Or, she means no harm by what she's wearing. Shao, you might as well drop the act.
Well, how does he know?
He's a high-level wizard?
Yeah, but my appearance isn't magical.
Oh, it's not?
No,
Oh,
it's a
that's
physical
right.
change.
I saw
The only
you.
thing magical is my armor.
I've been at this bar for about the past 2 hours now. Saw you walk into the bathroom. And you walk out like this. You were the only person in that bathroom.
So he was watching me that entire time.
Watching everybody.
At this point, I go back to my normal appearance, just sitting down, and I'm going to say, okay, well, let's go ahead and cut to the chase then. We obviously know that you're disguising yourself. We're unsure why, and we would like to find out why. As far as we know, we don't know how deep this group's influence goes. As far as we know, you could be part of them.
What I can assure you now is people in this bar don't take kindly to those of us from the upper Erudian areas of the city. This disguise is merely just protection for myself.
That doesn't answer the question of why you're here.
I'd like to do an insight check on what he just.
Yeah, insight check.
See if he's really trying to do it for his own safety. I mean,
That's perception.
Yes.
oh yeah, that's right. Fuck. Insight. Oh yeah, that's. Okay.
There you go.
It seems to check out, like, you know,
Okay.
trying to keep incognito mode. I mean, I could ask you the same question. Why are you here?
Well, we're trying to find the people that assassinated the king. We have a
Well,
group to
then
track down. We don't want a repeat of what happened in, what was it, Helgarun? Right?
Helgarun. What happened in Helgarun?
Or no, it was, yeah, Helgarun. That's, you know, the war. That
Oh
one,
yeah,
Helgarun.
yeah. Yeah, I was
The
born
giant ass
death
war that we were
that
part
time.
of. You see, we ignored a group similar to this once, and it caused a war that killed thousands of people. We don't want a repeat of that.
Well, then I think you just answered your own question. Why am I here? He
That's
just
what we're
stares
trying
at
to
you.
find out. Well, we aren't sure how deep this influence goes. If you'd like to prove to us that you aren't a part of this group, then, if you'd like, we can go somewhere else, and you can show me your neck to show that you don't have the black skull tattoo.
I don't have anything to prove to you people, and you don't have anything to prove to me. All I know is that I'm here and you are here, and we were both at the plaza for different purposes.
What was your purpose at the plaza? Do you work for the High Mage?
Well, not anymore.
And
What,
is
do I
he
look
involved
like a
in
low-level
this?
enchanter?
What did he ask?
No, he said like, what do I look like? A low-powered enchanter?
Well, you know, right now all I can see is the fact that you're hiding your true identity.
I mean, he's probably in the shitty ass bar trying to find answers. I don't blame his appearance.
But why does he want answers if he doesn't
Yeah.
work for the courts? You did just say that you didn't work for the court, so why are you searching for answers?
And see, here we come back to our main issue. Why am I here, and why are you?
We've already answered why we are here. It is
And
you
you've
that
already
hasn't.
answered why I am here.
Yes, but it's best if you use your own lips to say it.
Look, I already knew you were going to be here, and you were going to be sitting down with me. I already knew that you were going to be asking me these questions.
Do you know what's gonna happen next?
Yes. If I don't tell you the information, you're going to probably start a fight of some sort. Or try to interrogate me in some way, shape, or form to force the information out of me.
Then why wouldn't you just give us the information? You obviously know what a
Because
group
my-
is capable of.
Because, my dear, that's what's supposed to happen. There is no way to change it.
I get the sense you practice divination magic.
What led you to that?
Just assumptions at best. Am I wrong?
I wouldn't be having this conversation if I was right.
You said that there's no way to change it, but actually there is. Let's go, Alavar. It's obvious that he's not planning on sharing his information.
This lucky fucker didn't have the other spells prepared. Okay, Cheryl, let's go.
I don't think our torture is going to do anything with him. Not that we have anything to torture him with anyway. We're good people.
Okay.
Or so you think.
So we think.
Keep edging us on
Come on,
half.
Alavar.
Alright, I'll leave with Shao after I f the guy off. I'll do like the balloon blow up thing and
Alright, so you guys go back to Leah and Gundor.
What happened?
Leah, please have Z pick up that man's scent. We're going to want to know where he is.
Z, can you smell after that man?
Did either of them touch him?
Did you guys?
No.
No, Z, they didn't.
Okay. I have to go up and smell him. I don't know if he would like that.
How about I throw this ball near their feet, so you go after the ball and they'll think that you're just chasing the ball.
Okay. I think that could work.
Okay. I took the ball.
Animal handling check.
Wait, I have to.
Well, it's like how well you can fake playing fetch.
Okay. So what do I have to?
It's animal handling. It's like number 3, I think, on the list.
What now?
On your sheet,
On
on
your
your character sheet.
Yeah.
Oh, my core.
Yeah. It's in the skills. It's the second skill from the top.
Oh, I sleight a hand?
No, animal handling.
Oh, I see it. From the top, not the bottom.
Yeah. Okay.
Eh.
Yeah. You throw the ball good well enough, and it lands towards the orc's foot or feet, and Z like runs over there, ducking under tables and dodging between people's legs, and picks up the ball. Kind of like looks up at the orc and like sniffs around. The orc just kind of like shoos him off. And he goes back to you. He hands you the ball. I think I smelled him good enough.
That's
Do I get food now?
yes. Go into my satchel and get him a little piece of meat.
He just goes to town on it. Like a German Shepherd to London broil.
Yes.
Alright. So, are you guys looking to leave now, or what are you guys looking to do?
I'm gonna go murder that wizard.
I'm gonna leave and come back in 2 days.
Alright, so I need, Alavar, I need you to roll 4d6. Okay, I need you to roll 4d6 again. And again.
No, dude, what's that
No,
mean?
just kidding. I'm joking.
Oh, okay, dude, I thought it was or something.
You just walked off with 3 traps.
All right. So yeah, what are you guys looking to do? Are you guys looking to head out or?
Shoot. Either we can go talk to somebody who might know something besides. Go talk to somebody in position of power about what's happening, or go search the sewer. What do you guys think?
Well, I'm worried where we don't have a map of the sewage system that we would get easily lost down there. And as far as we know, the sewage system was just a means for them to get here.
Okay.
It's possible that they have a base down there, but we aren't really sure where this group is based out of.
Yeah.
Well,
So should we?
in any case, I believe we should grab Zaris and then probably find a place to rest for tonight.
Yeah.
And then decide where to go about this in the morning.
Or what time is it?
Well, it was 6 when we left being interrogated, so...
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
about now it's probably about 8, 9 o'clock.
Alright.
Wait, so how long did it take us to walk across town?
It took you guys about 45 minutes to an hour to walk across town.
Okay.
Oh shit. Okay. So I guess we're going to find a place to rest for.
Yeah. So I guess we go to the nearest inn.
And grab Zaris from the bar. If he's willing to go.
It's up to Zaris.
Your mic is muted.
I don't know. There's really much I can do in the bar at the moment. So
Alright. Well, the closest inn is the Rusty Bedpost.
Just right across the
course.
street.
So I mean, if you want, you can go there, or another place.
Sure, Rusty Bedpost.
It's up to you guys.
Well, I don't really want to have to walk 45 minutes across town again, so...
Alrighty.
Yuppers.
Can I just, like, catch a few mice while we're walking?
Sure, survival check.
What was the survival check for?
I'm
To
catching
see if you
mice.
catch mice. You catch 2 mice.
Oh.
Okay. And then...
Alright. So... for each of you, the stay is 5 copper pieces a night.
That's super cheap.
Oh.
Got it. This is gonna be a really bad place.
Yep.
Xiao would like to have her, like, coin purse, like, constantly checking to make sure it's there the entire
Okay.
time.
Okay. Alright. So you guys all check in. You get your keys, you go to your rooms. As you're going up to your rooms, the floorboards creak. There's maybe a hole in a wall or two. The paint is peeling. You see a mouse or two running underneath of doors and into holes in walls. Open up the doors, and most of your rooms, the bed is probably broken in like two places. There's just simply a little table with like a little candle next to it. And it's just a room. There's like a single like chest of drawers that's got like two small drawers. In Gundor room, your room, when you go to open it up, the front of the top drawer actually falls off. So like you just kind of like place it back as softly as you can, and then it falls off again, and you just put it on the floor next to it. Shao's room. You're as you and Zaris are going into your room, because I figured you guys would be together. Your chambers, there seems to be like a rat's nest underneath of the bed, and there's like 5 or 6 rats that are just like curled up in like this like mash of like ripped clothing and like other pieces of cloth, some straw from the various beds and stuff. It's just this like ball of cloth and straw underneath.
Are the rats there?
Yeah, there's like 5 or 6 of them there.
I can't sleep.
They all fall asleep.
And then it was under the bed, right?
Yeah.
I like after I cast sleep, I tell Shao, look, food for Luna, get it.
Shao
I thought you were
gathers
going
up.
to put them all in a bag and start beating you around. It's like what you did before. You put all the rats in one like huge sack and just went gah gah like the whole.
That's what I had to kill him.
Oh.
So yeah, Shao gathers up the rats. Is there like a wooden drawer, like a dresser or something?
Yeah, there's like a small 2-chest drawer.
Okay. Are there any holes in the wood or anything like that?
No, there aren't.
Okay, Shao would like to put the 2 mice that she caught earlier and the rats in there.
Okay. Alright. Leah, as you and Z are in the room, Z is just kind of like, starts running into the room and barking all over the place. And you see like 3 or 4 mice just like running away from Z as he's like pouncing and like looking at them.
Trying to get them for Luna?
No, he's just being a wolf.
Does it, I don't know, cause any, like, attention?
I mean, there's commotion coming from your room, but I don't know if people are necessarily paying no never mind.
Okay.
While Z's doing this, you actually you walk up and you look down at the floor, and there's actually a hole in the floor down to the next bedroom below. And you look down, and you can see Alavar is putting stuff on his bed and like, you know, getting stuff out. And he puts Luna on the little table next to him. As Luna like shakes out, just kind of like looking around. Alavar, your room is trash too. Your bed is like split in half, and like it's like a V shape almost because of where it's split.
Oh. Damn. Okay.
This place is a dump. Like this is the most motel-y motel of all motels could ever be a motel.
45-minute walk doesn't sound so bad anymore. I'll try to cast mending on the bed to fix it somewhat, but after that, I don't care.
All right, you managed to it managed to like tie itself up a little bit, but you lay on it and it's still very uncomfortable.
Ah, perfect.
So, is there anything you guys would like to do tonight before you go to bed?
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm okay.
You seem.
Just change some spells.
All right, so you guys head to bed. You wake up the next morning with only a few issues through the night. Alavar, halfway through the night, your bed splits and you fall onto the floor again. Ah, shit.
Fuck.
Shao and Zaris, you guys, your bed is uncomfortable as ever, and as you actually you feel like a thing or two move in your bed, and like you lift the cover and there's like a rat just like nuzzled in between the two of you.
Yikes. Shao grabs the rat and then adds it to the drawer.
Okay. But yeah, so you
So how
all
many
wake
rats is that now?
up. I think that's like 7.
It was 5 or 6, and this is what you said was there, and then I caught 2, and then there was just another one.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be like, okay. I need to get something to like hold these guys, cause like right now I've been carrying them in my fucking hands and shit.
So yeah, you guys get about as minimal of a long rest as you can through the night. So you guys get up, get your stuff, get out as quickly as possible. So you guys are now out on the street. Not the greatest of sleep. No breakfast, no nothing at all. Just got out the hell out of Dodge. So what do you guys want to do?
I got spells prepared. We can go back and.
What?
Oh, sorry, I thought it was
Oh.
my mistake.
I don't know. We do whatever the group wants to do. I'll be right back. Again.
Oh, I was just about to ask him for Luna.
Well, I mean, we can try to look some more. We can try the sewers. We can try to speak to somebody.
Is there like a shop around, like just a common shop that's gonna have like really shitty goods?
Yeah, you can find one.
Okay. Did they have like a small like metal cage?
It's rusted. You can find one. It's like super rusted and like not the greatest material whatsoever.
Will it hold the mice and rats?
It probably will. I'd say it's probably, 3 silver pieces.
Okay. Okay, so I buy that, and then I go back to the tavern and collect the rats that were in the drawer.
All right.
And then I cut off, like, half of a tuber, and then throw it in the cage for them to eat.
Okay. They prefer the tuber much more than than Luna did.
Is Oliver back? Guess not. It feels bad.
Probably not.
We can fast forward to the next day so I can beat some people up. You know what? No, I'm going back to that tavern. I'm going to see if that dude's there.
Alright.
Hey, you're
Alvar's
back.
Yeah.
Give me Luna.
Nice to see you too, Shao. I'll let Luna be with Shao.
All right.
Shao takes one of the mice out of the cage and then holds it up to Luna.
Luna starts to eat it and enjoys it.
And then as we're, like, walking across the street, she's just gonna, like, ruffle Luna's feathers. Like, just petting her.
Okay.
Who's that
So
pretty bird. Who's that pretty bird?
So what are you guys looking to do now?
I don't know what to do, seriously. Like, all I can think is to go back to that tavern and see if that dude's there who took my 100 gold.
Wait,
The problem is that we have no frickin' leads. Like,
Was it the next day?
yeah, it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I was calling into work. I'm really not feeling that well, so I had my
Lucky.
headset off. Dude, I feel like I feel fine enough to like be awake and like be home. But like the way my stomach feels right now, if I do like any amount of like lifting, which is mainly my job, I'm gonna like throw up. So
Okay, so... What do you guys think about returning to the place where the king died? We might be able to find some clues, maybe?
Yeah, we could do that, and if that doesn't work, we can go like talk to somebody about getting hired. Seek
We
these
could
guys
also
out.
always ask the guards nicely for the information that they were able to gather. And if they don't
Yeah,
give
I
it to
think-
us, I can just grab it.
I think that should be my job. I mean, I just like flash my badge to the group. I mean, they'll probably trust me most.
Fair enough.
Do you not remember how they tried to punch you because you're a tiefling?
That was the heat of a situation moment. I don't blame them for it. They were just overly aggressive.
You're much more okay with racism than I am.
God.
Sad to say that I'm used to it. I mean, I'm treated like this everywhere until they find out that I'm a bounty hunter, and then they finally trust me.
Well, anyways, let's go back to the scene of the crime and see if we can find anything useful.
Okay.
All right, so you guys make your way back to the plaza. When you get there, there's a good number of guards there. It's not really all that busy. There's like maybe 1 or 2 people that are using like the crossroad to like get to the next road and stuff, but most people are kind of keeping out of the plaza, it seems. 5 or 6 guards. The front of the castle seems to be really quiet. Up by the front doors, there's like 8 guards in this full plate armor out there in front. But yeah, it's just the plaza. So where do you guys want to look?
Up on the balcony, I guess, where the king was murdered, if we can get up there.
Okay.
Shell
so you
wants
got-
to find a guard, though, as well. That way so she can ask him a question.
Okay. You guys are. I'll say you're able to wave down one of the guards that are kind of patrolling the plaza, and comes over to you. Yes. Can I help you?
Yeah, we're just trying to, I know that it's not really our job, but we're just trying to figure out what exactly happened here, because we were here at the time that it happened. We're the Lost Legion. We're kind of a big part of the war in Helgrun, and we want to prevent another war here. So I just had a few questions. Are the resurrection attempts on the king going well, or?
Well, unfortunately, he is alive, but no one is allowed to know his condition.
Okay, that's good.
Unfortunately.
Do you mind if we take a look at the balcony to see if we can find anything to help track down the people who did this?
I mean, potentially. Let me ask my supervisor. And he walks off. He walks over to one of the other guards. And he comes back. No one's really allowed to go near the castle at this point. I'm sorry.
If it needs to be more official, and I show him my bounty hunter badge, you know, you guys can hire me because I'm a well-known bounty hunter, mainly in the southern Mohaden, but I've done bounty hunter work all over.
I mean, I don't know. I guess.
Trust me, we're not here to cause trouble. I mean, we're just here to help find out, you know, where they went so we can track down these assassins to prevent them. You know, we just want to prevent another outbreak or anything. So,
Come here. Let me let you talk to my supervisor.
sure, follow.
So, you all follow. Go to the supervisor. What do you want? We've already got enough problems here.
Well,
Look,
we're here to help solve those problems.
We're not here to cause you any problems. We'll stay out of your way. We're just here to look for any clues that might give us a lead on any more information about the Black Skull, so that way we can, you know, try to track them down and find out who hired them, what their agenda is, and such. Promise you we won't get in your way.
Roll a persuasion check.
Not really. I rolled a fucking 2.
11 total, though.
Look, you can look anywhere you want, just you're not allowed to go up by the castle. So not up the steps. Okay? Just keep out of our way, and we'll keep out of yours. Okay?
Will do.
I just had another question. We were told that the king is alive. Can you tell him that the Lost Legion is trying to assist with this? He should know who we are.
It's not exactly in speaking conditions right now, so... Sorry.
Well, when or if he is, please just let him know.
Just leave a message for him. And if there's anything, if there's a, when he's comes to whatnot, if there's anything we can do to help him, just let him know we're in town and to contact us.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. I'll let him know, or let someone know to let him know, or... Alright. So the supervisor walks off. The guard just kind of shrugs his shoulders. Sorry, I can't help you anymore.
It's good enough. We'll be, we'll be around if you, if the guard or in general, or if you guys find out anything, any new information about this situation or the Black Skull, if you wouldn't mind contacting us, that'd be appreciated. Because, no offense to you guys, but we're probably better equipped to deal with it discreetly than you.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah,
if we aren't allowed up there, I think our best chance is to go into the sewers, unfortunately, as much as I dislike that idea. Are we able to obtain a map somewhere?
Well, I got a map of the city from this guy here, and I put it on the map. He might have a map of the sewer as well.
He may. I don't know if he has construction records on hand. But we can see if he does. If not, then we can always just go to the city building, which I guess would be here.
But also, before we leave, I just want to look around, like, search around the plaza for any, like in the, see if there's any, like, cloth that might have gotten ripped or blown off of any of the assassins during the initial, like, chase and fighting. So that way we might have, at least have something for, like, Z to sniff and track. Do you want me to roll, like, a investigation or something?
What would that be? I guess investigation would be okay. Okay. So you were able to find, you know, maybe like a piece of cloth or something like that from
From one of their cloaks.
Yeah, from the previous encounters.
Perfect. That's all I needed. And then, because with this, we might be able to track them through the sewers or through the city if they came up out of the sewers somewhere. So while we're in the plaza, I just want to have Z sniff it and see what trail he can pick up.
Okay. All right. So yeah, Z sniffs the cloth and just kind of looks up to you. Looks to Leah. Is anybody else wanting to do anything?
So the plan is to pick up their scent and go down in the sewers? Correct?
Maybe. Just want to see what sense Z can find up here first. Unless one of y'all want to do something else.
I don't know what else I could do.
Well, then since no one else is doing anything, after Z sniffs it, I just want to say to Z, can you follow the trail, boy? See what you can sniff up. And then I give him like a pat on the head.
Z starts sniffing around. He, he stops every once in a while where there's blood or, something like that. A couple times he like sits down. Leah, you go over and, you know, pet him and look around and stuff. Same as you, Zaris, and the rest of you guys. Pretty much the way you left it, except for the dude is gone, the gun is gone, and glass is everywhere still. But blood is there. The windows are still broken. Nothing's really changed since you guys left.
And so where does it lead? Where does it lead us though? Like the trail, does it just go to the sewers, or is there any other trails that don't go to the sewers?
Well, no, it's pretty much the area of the combat that happens with you guys. You get led to the sewer grate inside the building.
But the other guy was jumping off the rooftops and shit.
Right, yeah, so you would have to go on the roof to smell things.
I just look to Leah and say, do you think Z would be able to keep track of the smell down in the sewers?
Yeah. That one to try.
It's pretty fucking funny.
Tell
This
Z
way,
to-
if he can, this way we can at least confirm where they came up.
Yeah. All right. I'll show you. I'll show y'all where I lost the guy down in the sewers at. I trailed him for a little bit, but after a while, I got disorienting.
Well, if you left one mark that you're able to find, he probably left others. And if Z is not able to smell down there, I can probably pick up on the others that he left.
Alright, so let's go back to the other sewer grate then, because we know at least there's some evidence over there. Because if there was a blood mark on that guy, it means he got wounded. I don't remember if we even did the other guy. So it's better to track the wounded guy than the possibly non-wounded guy.
Yeah.
So
Alright.
we'll make our way
So-
over to the other sewer grate, following Alavar.
Okay, so you guys follow Alvar. And you guys get down to the point of the sewer. And you guys go downstairs or down the ladder to that first handprint. Follow the handprint to that second intersection. And that's where you lost him before.
Okay,
Oh,
is
sh-
he able to smell?
Yeah, I let Z sniff the cloth again to get a fresh scent. Say, what do you smell, boy?
Okay. Leah, can you roll a smell perception for Z?
On his sheet.
His
Like
I believe his perception skill is there. Yep. Oh wow, that's cool. I didn't even know you could do that.
Whoa. That is really cool.
Do wolves have advantage on scent ones or no?
Smell. Yes, advantage on smell.
Nice.
Whoa.
Whoa, whoa,
What?
Wait, wait.
the-
Whoa, no.
Did I do it too many times? Oh god.
Yeah, you did.
Sorry!
Z hit a lot of coke.
Just he just put his nose in like a half a kilo of coke. Before he,
Okay. So
Yeah.
13 then.
Yeah, so it's the 13. So yeah, he sniffs around and he just kind of is like walking in circles and not really able to smell anything.
Is
Okay.
the blood
Confused.
stain on the bloody handprint still there?
No, this is the second intersection. So,
Oh,
Right,
Yeah.
but was the bloody handprint still back at the first intersection?
yes, it was.
Okay.
so we get Z to try to pick up on that scent instead.
Well, you guys have one of the claws from
Yeah.
before,
Okay, okay.
so
I'm looking for tracks.
Well, I would assist her, but she rolled the same thing.
all right. So, looking through, you don't necessarily find tracks. However, a little ways up, I would say you were at disadvantage because it's dark down here, but you rolled the same thing. Up the ways, it's got an upward grade, and the water like stops, and you see footprints on the stone.
Okay. Following those.
So you all follow along that way. Probably about another 20 30 feet before it like levels out pretty well, and you keep going further and further, and you guys come to another intersection, left and right. And with that, you find more footprints that go left. You follow that, and this one is a long tunnel, essentially, with a slight grade downward. There's some smaller tubes that come from the left and right that seems to come from sewer drains and stuff like that.
Okay, so we keep following it then.
Keep following, you keep following. And you reach a cistern of some sort. Five or six different openings come into the center pit that drops down probably about 40 feet before you see water of some sort.
Zaris jokingly, this seems rather familiar.
Well, let's throw something down there and see if it gets eaten.
I look to
Um,
Shao.
What?
I just stare.
I grab one of the, like, mice and then throw it down there.
I thought you were about to throw Luna.
Why the fuck would I throw Luna? I'm trying to
I don't
befriend
know.
her.
I thought you had dead mice. Oh.
So yeah, I grab one of the mice and then throw it down there. And say,
Okay.
sorry, Luna, you can have the next one.
All right, so you throw one of the mice down, just sploosh. Nothing.
Okay.
You wait
Oh.
another minute. Nothing.
No monster in this sewer, as it seems.
I guess we're diving down.
Well, we aren't
That'd
sure
be-
which direction you went yet.
Yeah.
Can I look for markings like handprints on the walls, anything
Yeah,
like
because
that?
you said there was like 5 different other tunnels that we came.
You said
like,
8.
we came. No, I thought you said 5.
Did you say 5?
Yeah.
Yeah, like so. There's a
Okay.
total of 6 tunnels from the cistern because we came out 1, and then there was 5 others. So
Okay, yeah, so I'm looking for any, like, other markings.
Saying, do I see like any invisible sign markings? Maybe.
Is anybody
Um,
assisting me?
Yeah. I mean,
Roll an investigation check, because this is more of a deep search, not a survival check. Because you're not necessarily tracking anymore. You're like looking for stuff.
okay. Hold on. Oh, you meant Chow. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So with Alavar's help, you guys are looking at the various paths, and you see on the one not directly across, but it's kind of to the right a little bit from where you came in. There is a like hand scrawled like symbol that you don't recognize there. And on the ground, on the stone below, you see there's a pitten and a hammer.
Does it look like there's any previous holes from the pitten and the hammer anywhere?
Nope.
Shao wants to take the pitten, put it against the mark, and then smack with the hammer.
What?
Well, after drawing it in her notebook, what it
Yeah,
looks like.
I'm like, that's the way to leave a message. Is all. It's just how you carve the rock.
Yeah.
But there's a pitten and a hammer, so it has to mean something.
It's how they
It-
leave messages. And I'm pretty sure that's Thieves' Cant.
You're right, Shout. The pin and the hammer is the universal language for
Yeah, exactly.
opening doors.
So you put the pitten up against the wall.
After
you
copying the
smack it
symbol.
with- After copying the symbol, you smack it with a hammer, and you put a giant divot in the stone.
I don't know, I thought it would work. That's the way it worked in adventure books.
Now, what you have to do is you have to take the hammer, place it against the stone, then hit it with the pitten.
Oh,
That's
okay.
how it works.
She tries that.
Nothing happens.
Yeah. I think Cyrus was right.
Any of us? I don't think. I really wish I had the comprehend languages spell.
I have tongues. I don't.
Because comprehend languages. Oh, it doesn't
Oh.
encode secret message text glyphs such as arcane. So
It's just
and
a hand, right?
It wouldn't decode Thieves' Cant either. No, it's this. It's like a symbol, right?
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure it's either like a special code or like a Thieves' Cant symbol.
Well,
But either way, this is definitely left by them, and it's how they communicated of probably where to meet up or what direction to go.
yeah. Alright. So, is
the
this
best-
cistern like deep, or can we just like walk across to it? Or we have-
Well, no, it's got a ring around the pit.
Oh,
so
okay.
There's like a
So-
walkway.
And so what? You said that the symbol was left by one of the tunnels, right?
Yes.
So the tunnel that it was left by, are there any other obvious markings, like at the beginning of the tunnel or like partly down the tunnel that I can see, or any other like tracks, handprints?
Nope. I mean the tunnel's pretty wet. There's no handprints on the wall or anything. It's just the symbol.
We go down that tunnel, I would assume.
Well, that could be like I said. You never want to assume, because it could be like, for someone who doesn't know the code, that could they could have just left it there, knowing that, or saying that it could go down a different tunnel, and it could be just a decoy. So I want to go back over to Z, see if you can try and catch the scent on which tunnel, which tunnel you can find the scent.
Okay. Roll another perception check for Z.
And can I inspire Z by giving him pets?
Yeah.
Okay, I inspire Z.
All right. So he has advantage.
Well,
Plus,
no, I get the
plus a
yeah.
D8.
yes, D8.
Okay.
My advantage die.
So yeah.
So 10 and
then-
then roll a d8.
Yep. So /R 1d8. Okay.
15.
So 15. So, Z sniffing around, he seems to kind of catch a scent of some sort down that same hallway with the symbol, and he kind of like starts to sniff along it.
And that's the only scent he catches.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to make sure before we just go down that tunnel. So, seems like they at least came through here, so we might as well go down it to see what they left behind.
All right. So you go, you all go down this pathway. This is another one of those long tunnels. This goes for probably about 200, 300 feet before you get to another intersection. And this one's actually, this is like the shape of a Y, essentially. There is one that goes to the left and one that goes to the right.
Any other markings or clues?
Roll an investigation check.
I'm assisting.
All right. So, in looking, you don't necessarily see any foot patterns or anything.
So there's no like footprints or anything like that.
Nope, nothing.
All right. I just looked to Z again. You're up, buddy.
Investigation for Z. Or sorry, perception.
Getting all the.
Hey.
He like
Attaboy.
locks in directly, and it's the one to the left. He's locked in on the scent real well.
All right, we head left.
Yep. And this is another long tunnel, 300 feet. And then you come to not a cistern, but a very large tunnel with water running at the base of it. It seems like this is one of the main connections that leads out to the
Out
Is
to
the
the what?
sun still going in that direction?
Yep, scent is still going in that direction.
Okay.
And along the main track, you do see that there, for this one, there's an iron gate in front of you.
And as long as Z has the scent, we'll continue to follow Z. So,
Okay. So yeah, there's an iron gate in front of you with like a lock on it.
does the scent go past that?
Yep, it does.
I will pick the lock.
All right. Thieves' tools away. All right, you go to pick the lock, and you like bend it, and like you can see that like your tool wants to turn, but the lock does not. And then you're flexing your tool, and you're like, okay, I shouldn't do that.
Sorry, do you mind letting me try?
I mean, go ahead.
I don't have a thieves' tools thing, but I have proficiency, so
Okay.
what? Are you using my thieves' tools?
Yeah.
Better not fucking break them. I warned Shao that if you break them, you're buying me a new pair.
So it would just be +5, right? Because 3
It's
and then
it's
2
proficiency plus your dexterity. That's all it is.
Oh, plus my dexterity?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, my dex +3, so...
So it'd be a +6 for you.
Well, I'm proficient with the tools, and then my proficiency bonuses. Okay,
Well, yeah,
yeah, that
proficiency-
would be 6.
Yeah. And you broke. Nice.
Yep. So 10. You needed a 10 to prevent from breaking your tools. So, but you go to turn it again, and you're like, okay, I saw Zaris do this. He's having a hard time. I should be able to do this, no problem. Crack. And you just hold up the butt end of the one tool.
I glare at Shao.
I'll buy you a new lockpick. Skundor, break the door down, please.
What type of door is it?
It's a
It's
gate.
It's an iron bar gate.
Oh. I thought it was like a door.
How sturdy does the lock look? Because is it like a chain with a lock holding the chain together,
No,
or is the lock
it's-
on the gate itself?
the lock is on the gate itself, but it's all very rusted and you know.
Okay.
I think I have an idea.
Well, okay.
I-
Yeah. Go ahead.
I go through the bag, and I pull out the great sword of Witch Bolt. Alright, let's see if this works.
Maybe just hit it with the hilt. No need to like destroy the bladed part of your or dull the bladed part of your sword.
Done that
I'll try it
once.
that way. Alright, so I'll grab the hilt, and I'm gonna try to hit the lock. What do I have to roll for that?
So what? You're like punching it with
Well, no,
No,
he's
I'm
just
using-
trying. He's trying to. Yeah, he's just like holding the great sword and then just trying to like hit the lock with the butt end of the great sword, the hilt.
Okay. I'll say this is just a regular strength attack because you're not necessarily using the great sword.
Alright.
Oh boy.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so you hit it and it doesn't budge.
We can knock that through this goddamn door.
All right, let me
Alright.
give it a shot, Gundor.
Okay.
Zaris needs to learn knock.
I'm eventually maybe.
Fireball!
No, I'm out of. Well, no, actually, I'm not out of spell points. We rested. I forgot. Whew.
Yeah.
How much do we have? Level 6. Look again.
30.
Level 32. 32. Okay. And back, also back at full HP. Cool. But no, I do not want to cast Fireball. I first want to see if I can, like, accurately. I feel like if I can hit it directly with a sling from or a rock from my sling, that it should do enough damage to at least bust it, the lock. So I want to try slinging a rock at the lock.
Okay. Roll an attack. So the rock hits and explodes, and it doesn't look like it's done much of anything.
Did it hit the lock?
It hit the lock, but it's, it's a door. It's not moving, but
But the lock didn't look like it broke.
it didn't break.
Alright, so we're gonna have to use something bigger.
I don't know if it really calls for Fireball.
I mean, doors are our greatest enemy here.
Well, before you do that, I could draw the Witch Bolt sword.
Nah. Alright, I guess I have no choice. What I'll do is I'll just say, everyone stand back. And kind of, bowling ball fashion, I'll just make a fireball in my hand and just roll it towards the door. to
Alright.
blow it up.
Roll damage.
Oh no. Oh.
Okay. So it detonates, and then as the smoke clears and your eyes adjust to the dark again, you look at it, and it doesn't look like it did as much damage as you thought it would.
Fucking kidding me.
This bitch magical.
Can you just heat metal on the lock and then have Gundor bash it? Metal's a lot weaker when it's hot, so...
Sure. I'll cast heat metal on the lock.
Alright, the lock is glowing red.
Alright, I'm gonna use the. Ooh, wait. I have an idea. I'm not gonna use the Witch Bolt Greatsword. I'm gonna use the Child's Touch Greatsword. Because in case I can't break it, I'm at least gonna freeze it, or at least try to. Because then maybe if we heat it up and freeze it, we can just break it.
It's not a bad
So I'm
idea,
gonna-
especially if it chills it like that quickly.
We'll have to see. I'm not sure if it can or not. So I'm gonna use the Child's Touch Greatsword. I'm gonna aim for the lock and try to hit it.
Alright. Roll for an attack. That hits. Roll for damage. Okay. So you take a slash at it and you hit it, and it doesn't seem to take as much damage as you thought it would. You put a nice gouge in the metal as it's hot, but and that area is kind of cold, but because of the heat metal, it quickly heats up again.
During this time, I would have started casting
What?
Would have what?
Started casting what?
detect magic.
Okay.
God, I don't know why we have such an issue with doors. I wouldn't have broken my thieves' tools. I get this thieves' tool again.
I have a higher bonus than you, so you could have broken them too, just as well as I could have. I just got unlucky with the natural one. That's all it was.
Do we want to try?
This is
it
when a
again?
mage would come in really, really, really handy. Like a wizard that could just, like, use Ray of Frost or something like that while heat metal is going.
Anywho. But yeah, just hit it again.
Oh no.
All right. So you hit it and you slam it down and you get your Child's Touch greatsword stuck in the lock. It caught itself. You aimed it perfectly and you came down right in between where the gate and the sidewall is, and it's now stuck between the gate and the sidewall.
Can I do like a strength check to see if I can pull it out?
Yep. Yeah. You just rip it out of there.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let's I'm gonna let you take a break. I don't want to try to damage you at all. I'm
You-
gonna put.
Do you have any blunt weapons? Warhammer?
Here,
Oh yeah, I forgot. I have a great hammer. I'm gonna pull the great hammer out.
Okay.
I totally forgot I have a great hammer. Thanks for reminding me. I'm gonna take a swing with that.
All right. Roll for an attack.
Holy shit! Holy fucking shit!
At least that's all.
Not one, not 20, not one.
So you go to. I want you to roll damage.
You want me to roll that?
I want you to roll damage. Yep. All right. So you're like, okay, I got this. You pull it out of your bag of holding, and you're like, okay, this is cool. I forgot I had this. On your backswing, you slam Alavar in the chest.
That's not Pokemon. 13 points of
13
damage,
points
Alavar.
of bludgeoning damage, Alavar.
As Alavar gets slammed into the wall from the force.
I just look back. Elvar, I'm so sorry. I've never used this type of weapon before.
This is your very first time using the weapon.
It, it's like when you go to throw a baseball, you just let it slip and it flies backwards.
All right, guys, step back.
Oh, don't worry about me. I'm stepping back.
Oh my god!
What?
I get decked again.
No, you're on the ground, so.
You're like, okay, I'm sorry. You know, you give Alvar a pat on the chest. You're like, okay, side swing, not a good idea. I'll go overhead. You go up and over, and you slam into the roof. I need you to roll damage again.
Wow, same amount. How about that? God.
So you slam into the roof again, and a few bricks fall out of the ceiling and onto Alavar's head.
Oh my god.
Kill me already.
Alvar, Alvar, Alvar,
But-
I'm very sorry.
just let me try. Are you
No,
still
no,
heating
no,
the metal?
No.
Yeah,
No,
I mean,
it's
it's a
okay.
concentration spell, so I'm just concentrating to keep it heated.
I have force damage, so
No,
I
it's
just
okay. I
wanted
got
to
this.
cast detect magic.
I have this. Let me show you. I can do this.
Finally. God.
Okay.
Does that hit?
Finally, you're like, I am so sorry. So sorry. Let me try again. You slam your going through the side again. You slam into the door, and it bends a little bit, but it doesn't really do any damage.
Really? It doesn't like break the heated lock?
That wasn't even damage. That was just to see if it hit.
Yeah.
Oh, so it didn't hit?
Well, you hit it, but the AC is too high.
actually, wait. The lock is really heated right now, right? Like it's really hot.
I mean, yeah. You've been
And-
eating it for quite some time.
Okay. So is there water around? Because when a tempered, like when something is very hot and it gets water, it tends to crack. So, is there
But then
water
that
around?
also
Like when you
makes it
temper
hot.
in water, it tends to break the metal. So
But then it gets harder after that if it doesn't break.
it's going to crack in water. I've watched like enough like forging shows at this point to know that when you temper a blade in water, it has like a 98% chance of breaking.
I mean,
And then if it gets
You're
harder,
Yeah.
that just means that it has less of a chance of like bending, meaning that it's going to shatter rather than.
Okay, well, we're in a sewer, so there's water
Yeah.
everywhere.
So I'm gonna like gather some water and then splash it on the super hot piece of metal.
okay. So you do that, cools down, and I will say at this point your spell is ended, and it's cooled down, but it hasn't fractured and hasn't broken.
Do you want me to try to hit it since you cooled it down?
Yeah, go ahead and try it now, because at this point the metal is going to be like tempered, so it's gonna be hard, which means that it has a very high chance of shattering because it's not gonna be as pliable.
Okay, take 2 steps back, please.
Okay, now you hit it. Roll for damage. Okay, this was more effective than your previous attacks and stuff. As you slam it, the lock shatters and breaks, and the gate swings open.
Huh,
Finally,
I think
my
we found this
lord.
weapon.
Jesus Christ.
You know,
Oliver, how you
we really
feeling?
should get something for these doors.
I wish I was deaf and blind right now.
I'm gonna walk up to Alavar and be like, "This isn't much," and I'm gonna like do my lay on hands and heal him for 6 points.
Okay.
Oh wow, it's like I didn't get hit by a hammer.
I'm also going
Well-
to give him my like 9 good berries I have left from the previous day, because then you
Oh,
get
no.
eaten anyway.
Just shove all those in your mouth.
No, I'm just giving them to him to eat.
Alright. Okay. We're good. I didn't have to waste any spells. Sweet.
All right.
That was a
so
really high DC on that door.
Yeah, no
Fucking
fucking
stupid.
joke.
It was
Bro,
15.
I can't believe I rolled 3 like nat ones.
Nat 1, nat 20, nat 1, nat 1. Like, what the
Not one,
fuck?
not 20, not one, not one. Yeah, that's pretty rough.
I guess like it had to balance itself out because you guys were getting those nat 20s earlier. It's like, all right,
Jesus, I guess.
someone has to take the balance.
Oh, but the guy that's been rolling shit all night, all day.
All right. So, you guys go through the other side. Z is still picking up the scent going to the right, so you go to the right. And you follow for another like 300 feet. And you see, and Z's walks over to the left-hand side, and you see a door. And this
And
one's
that's
made
what-
out of, this one's made out of metal, but it's an actual.
Is there a lock on it?
There is a lock on it.
Oh my god.
Is this where the scent goes behind the door?
Yeah.
Is the door locked?
I don't know.
I
Is
I want to try to open the door.
The door is not locked. It opens up.
Oh, thank
Yes!
God.
Oh my god, I did not want to have to try to beat another door.
I didn't want you to either.
Dude, I would like shit myself if the big bad end game was like a fucking gigantic demon door, like, haha, Gundor, it is me, your true nemesis for the entire campaign.
Okay, what's on the other side of the door?
It's a chamber. This seems to be originally purposed for like maintenance storage. There seems to be like boxes of stones and like barrels in there. There seems to be some buckets and pails, a cart or two, like a super small cart or two, maybe like a wheelbarrow.
Could
But-
this be the tavern?
Is there anything else in here? Or does it just look like
You-
storage?
You also see there is a small table and some whatchamacallit. What is it? Like some candelabra and like some papers and documents and stuff.
I look at the papers and documents and see what's on them.
So looking at the papers and documents, they seem to be written in some language that you don't understand.
Do they look similar to the symbol that Shao found on the wall?
No. Not necessarily.
Okay. I kind of just show the documents to the rest of the party. Any of you know this language?
Do any of us know it?
What languages do you guys know?
Oh, all of them besides Draconic.
Yeah, because
let me
I
get
only
mine.
know these.
Is no, never mind. I think we had this conversation a while back though. Isn't giant and orcish like the same thing, or did you just put
They're-
them in the same category?
Giant and Orcish are different dialects. Of,
They're different
Like,
dialects of like the same language.
it's like Spanish and Portuguese.
Yeah, that's essentially what it is.
Oh, so I just know Spanish and Portuguese basically. Okay.
Now you're gonna have to make me speak Spanish whenever we have a giant. Got it.
I mean, Gundore.
Oh my god.
You played yourself.
Yeah, I did. Oh, hello, fellow giant. I mean, hola, como estás, señor?
Jesus.
All right. So none of you guys do know the language.
Man, I can't
So
wait for
it's
that moment
Draconic.
where it's like I can fucking read something.
Wait, doesn't Leah know Draconic? Just in case? Or
Mm,
I feel like you know a language we don't.
let me see.
Well, we know all the major languages except for Draconic, essentially. Like, it could be some oddball language from, like, the Underdark or some shit that we don't know about.
It could also be like these scans, you know.
Yeah,
That too.
that's probably what it is.
Dwarven.
Well, Thieves' Cant usually looks like secret code, though, doesn't it?
Not for like when they speak it, yeah, but not the like the language. I don't think.
Like, written
Well,
Like
have,
the,
I
I mean,
thought
not
would just
written.
look like code.
Like the language is them like speaking in code and stuff like that. Yeah, it's like them speaking gibberish. That
We
sounds like
also don't
common talk,
have-
but
we also don't have Dwarven. That's one of the main languages. So I mean, it could possibly be that.
yeah, that's also possible.
But what do you know, Leah?
I know Elvish, Undercommon, Common, and Druidic is not a language, right?
Druidic is another language, yes.
Okay. All I know. Sylvan, is that a language?
That is
Yeah,
also
it's
a language.
Okay.
Sylvan, is that like high elf kind of thing? Or?
That's like the
Fey.
Feywild language.
Feywild, yeah. But you guys, none of you do know the language. But looking, it is Undercommon actually,
Oh,
but
well, I know that.
it's gibberish.
Oh.
It doesn't make any sense.
So it's
So it
Thieves'
is a
Cant written
code.
in Undercommon.
So it's some sort of coded message.
Yeah, it's like, the grandmother took the walrus to the shop, and, like, it just, none of it makes sense as you try to read the Undercommon.
Got it. Well, I'm gonna like pull them up nicely and put them in my bag, or put them in like my backpack.
Okay.
I have an idea of where to take those to get decoded.
Your informants, because he definitely knows Thieves' Cant.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes.
So you find, along with all these documents, you find a book also in this code as well.
I'll take it.
But it's got a symbol on the front of it. It's just like a simple leather book with a single symbol on the front of it.
What's the symbol look like?
Make a history check.
Oh, is this something that I would know from like stories or something? Nope.
Or something you've seen in the past.
Or something you've seen in the past. You do not remember it. Let's see what else is there. You find like a dagger, like 15 gold pieces.
I'll take those 15 gold pieces because I'll need them to pay my informant.
Are you
So I'll
broke?
just- I'm broke. I'm out of gold completely. All I have is silver and copper.
Oh God.
So yeah, I spent literally all my gold on my shield, and I still owe him money.
I'll be right
But
back.
I have a month to send in my first payment, so but yeah, I'll just unless anyone says anything, I'm just gonna slide the 15 gold into my pocket.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I'm assuming no one notices, so I'm cool
Yeah.
with
Nah, I mean,
But yeah, that's everything. That's everything that was in there.
that. Any other exits out of the room, like a trap door on the roof or on the, like something like that?
yeah. Anything invisible?
With true seeing, you see nothing.
Damn. Alright.
Now, is there stairs leading up at all? Because like I'm wondering if we're like in the
Like this
underbelly
can't,
of
yeah,
the
like
tavern.
this can't be it.
There is nothing here at this point. in
No
this
other
room.
exits at all.
No other exits in this room.
So if
This is where the
If-
trail led.
then there has to be a way up, or a way, or some way out.
Is there anything I want to like go around the whole room? Because how big is the room? Just out of curiosity.
Room's probably about, I'd say like maybe 20 by 20.
Okay.
So it's not tiny, but it's not like a huge gigantic room.
Yeah. So I want to go around to like the edges of the room, feeling wall and paying close attention to anything, to see if there's like a brick that I like press in, or like anything along the wall, like a bookshelf that could be moved out of the way, or anything like that,
Okay.
to reveal a passage.
Make an investigation check. Alright. You don't find anything like that.
I want to do the same thing, but I want to check the desk. Like, I want to see if like there's anything like under the desk that would, have like some sort of mechanism to create an exit.
Okay. Roll an investigation check.
No, I find nothing.
You do not find anything.
What the fuck, dude? Does Z smell anything in particular in this room? Like, or does he just smell the scent in the room?
He just smells the scent in the room.
I shall meditate.
I'm gonna try something else. Sorry, you can go ahead and meditate also. All I was
Yeah.
gonna say is, I want to try having Z sniff the book to see if he can get like maybe it's a slightly different smell that he can pick up on a different trail.
Okay.
Yeah, I wanted to try to see if I can meditate to reach out to one of my ancestors, see if they could aid us.
Okay. Roll a religion check.
Ooh, I don't think so.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're not able to tie too close to it.
Uh,
Oh, I'm sorry. What are you
So-
going on? What's going on?
Oh, we're just trying to see if there's any way out of this room, or like another. I'm currently having Z sniff the book that we found to see if he can pick up on a different scent or a different trail.
I guess maybe
what
a
about
detect magic.
Mm-hmm. With detect magic, there's nothing in the room that's magical.
what about the ceiling at all? Like, can we or I inspect the ceiling to see if there looks like any way of noticing, like if there's like a secret panel or door, like a trap door at all?
With your investigation before, I would probably say you don't find anything.
Okay, all right.
Okay. So Z's investigation or Z's perception check for the book.
Boop.
11.
He sniffs the book, and just kind of like sits and like noses it.
He doesn't pick up
That's-
any new trails.
Well, that's what he does. I mean, he doesn't really do anything else. He's just kind of like sitting there at Leah's feet and just kind of like sitting there.
Just smells the book and sits there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I just want to like stand outside the room. Want to do a perception check in the tunnel just to see if there's anything else out here, like particularly continuing like past the door from like so not the direction we came from but the other direction, just to see what's like if there's anything out of place over there.
Okay. Make a perception check.
Yeah, I am trying to make sure I click on the right one. There we go.
So, going out of the room and actually looking down the hallway, taking a like 10 feet one direction or 10 feet the other direction, you see there is a ladder with a grate up top that shines down. So there seems to be a way to the surface, just like 30 feet down the way.
Well, since we can't find anything in that room, I assume this is how they got out. So I'll head back to the room and inform the party that there's a ladder about 30 feet down, that we should check it out and see where we pop up in the city.
Alright.
And does it currently have a grate on top of it right now?
Yes, it does.
So I'm going to climb up the ladder first and just lift the grate a little bit to see if it leads it to an indoor or an outdoor place.
Okay. So as you go up, it leads to an outdoor place.
Does it I just crack it open a little bit to see, and then do I hear like a lot of commotion, or is it quiet?
The streets seem to have some bustle to them, but the direct area seems quiet. It seems like a side alley.
Okay. Then I will slide the cover off the rest of the way and and then like climb out of the sewer.
Okay.
Then I'll just wait up there for everyone else to come up.
Wait, so what did I miss?
We searched and searched, and I even had Z try and like sniff the book to see if he could pick up on a different scent. Couldn't find any like exit out of the room directly, but then I went out of the room and like 30 feet down the tunnel from the other direction, not the direction we came. There was a ladder that led to a manhole cover that we just went up. So. And then once we're out, I just want to like just poke out of the alley and look at nearby buildings so I can pinpoint where we are on the map.
Okay. Yeah, so and when you go out of the alley, you find that just down the street is the Rusty Tankard.
Fucking do it.
So you all come up and out and get yourselves cleaned up. Z hops off your back, Leah. You kind of had him like a backpack almost.
To climb up the ladder.
Yep, to climb up the ladder. But
Doggy, piggyback.
now you guys are just out around, and, out of the sewers.
So we were right. They probably did rendezvous, at least in front of the Rusty Tavern.
How long has it been since we left the tavern, or the inn that we were staying at?
Probably at this point about 3 hours.
Okay.
After talking to the guards, backtracking, going around again,
Okay.
doing your search.
I want to ask, or I asked Xiao, hey, Xiao, can I have that piece of paper that you wrote that symbol on earlier?
Sure.
From the sewer? Okay. And then I take that along with all the other stuff that I found, and I say, I'm gonna go have my contact decode this, and you know, I'll meet you guys back at the inn in like say an hour.
Are you going to the Rusty Tankard?
Yes.
I'm gonna join you on the walk. I won't join you on your conversation, but I'm gonna go into the Tankard as well.
All right. So as the two of you guys are heading into the Rusty Tankard, that is where we are going to end our session.
Okay.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, it was a fun game.
Well, you guys now have a lead, or at least a book.
Yeah. Which I know like if our can't, or if my contact can't decode this thing, I don't know who can. Because it's almost guaranteed thieves can't.
Alright, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get off.
All right.
All right. See ya.
Good session, guys.
Yep.
Yeah.
Session, guys.
awesome.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I feel like we at least got something done.
Yeah. All right. Take care, everyone.
Yep. See ya.
Peace.
End of the session, end of the stream. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed, we're live every Saturday, or at least or every Sunday morning, or we try to be. You guys know how it goes with scheduling. But if you enjoy it, go ahead and hit that follow button. If you really enjoy it, go ahead and subscribe. And we'll see you guys next week.